didn't hit that button. I was about to be messed up. All right, I got my stuff. There's you a play sheet, just front and back, just to look at in case we reference something.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Let's.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Innovative Pools,
And welcome to John Gamble Stadium for the Mountaineers and the, my mind's gone blank, the Greenwave of Ashbrook. Good afternoon. We're back here at the house. Drew Fulton with you, along with my buddy Craig Short as usual, but we are favored with a couple of guests tonight. George Adams, Marcus Bell. Guys, glad to have you on the pregame show.
Glad to be here with you.
Man, we're going to talk some Mountaineer football, and you two look like you know a little bit about it.
Just a tad.
Just a tad. Well, let's get right to it. Let's thank our sponsors for the pregame show. HSI Land Clearing and Development, whether it's erosion control or land clearing or to help you with water flow on your property. HSI Land Clearing and Development. Quality Fence Solutions just down the road in Bessemer City, one of the best around. Check those out if you need any fencing needs. And Innovative Pools here in Kings Mountain. I don't think you'll find anybody better to create a pool or spa in your backyard or just a landscape in your backyard than you will Innovative Pools. So try those guys out. We'll take a break. We'll be back, and we'll start this Ashbrook Kings Mountain game. We'll be back right after this.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Innovative Pools,
We're going to use drones and everything.
Yeah, back here at John Gamble Stadium, Drew Fulton, along with the pregame crew. Guys, let's jump right into it and talk about the Mountaineers. But before we do that, if I can get all my ducks in a row, I want to remind everybody to subscribe, to click on, to help us out here at Kings Mountain HS Sports. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, so when it comes time to help, it helps us out with Facebook, with YouTube. It helps us out all the way across the board. So if you're not a member, just go ahead and subscribe, and you will help us out. All right, that's out of the way, gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Let's talk about Kings Mountain last week. Let's see what we saw. Kings Mountain 63-24 over Stuart Kramer. Little John 16 of 23, 265 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns passing, 7 different running backs is what we saw. Jeffries, the main back last week, 18 carries, 181 yards, 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns, guys. How big is that?
That's huge.
I'm telling you, man, that's astounding.
That was his welcome introduction, rather, to a lot of the Kings Mountain fans who may not see the games every week. That was his introduction game there.
I think it's set up. I agree with Mr. Bell. I mean, he ran like we've seen him run all year.
Yes.
And he was able to read and do good things and make good cuts. And I think he ran the best last week he's run all year. I mean, and it was all set up like we've seen all year long with our offensive line. They really played well again, opening up some good running lanes for him.
571 yards of total offense for the Mountaineers last week.
Yeah.
Wow.
The defense only gave up 189 yards. Of course, Rackamore, their quarterback, we've seen him for years to play, and he's a stellar quarterback.
Yes,
I mean,
really
he's
good.
all over the field. He can make plays happen, and to limit him to only 189 yards in total offense, 52 rushing, 189 in passing, I think Coach Wilson sent they kept pressure on them all night long, and I thought they did a very good job.
They did, and I'll tell you something. In talking to Coach Lloyd this week, and it looked like this in the beginning of the game. They threw some stuff at us they had not seen on film, and so it made us adjust. Stuart Kramer had nothing to lose, so they were pulling some stuff out of their hat and trying some different things that we had not seen, and that's a testament to our coaching staff making adjustments because holding them to 17 points, and one of them was kind of cheap, and one was off a block punt. So I know what you men thought. I mean, what your perspective was, but that's what made me think. I mean, that shows how well prepared we were, and then we even were able to adjust on the fly.
Adjusting on the fly was the big thing that stood out to me because, like you said, they came out their first series on offense, 5 wide, no running backs.
Yep.
And to my knowledge, I don't think they ran that formation
I don't think so.
Before last week. So to be able to watch them do what they did that first drive and then come back, settle in, get our feet underneath us on defense, and be able to, like we said, limit them to that amount of yardage, it was just big. Like
I agree.
Also, being able to adjust on the fly, that's getting you ready for playoffs. These teams that's going to come from out of town, you may throw some things on that you don't see them on film because we get an exchange in film with teams, and sometimes they may not have that on film. So it's a testament to the coaching staff and to the players to be able to adjust. It's good to see these student athletes tuning into their coaches and zoning in and getting prepared for what's coming ahead. It's always a good thing to see the adjustments made.
Well, let's talk about two stars that we kind of highlight from time to time. Coach Wilson continuously sent the pressure. Simpson and Richardson both had 3 sacks on the night, and I know you gentlemen know those two guys very well. Antonio Armstrong also, he's a sophomore. He got in the backfield one time for one more. So, they gave up a few points, but this defense, it was strong last week.
This defense is the thing. Well, the whole team in general. The thing that I've noticed the most about this team over the past few years, we've gotten accustomed to the quote-unquote star. You go back as far as Rakalen Mack, Kalen Wade, then Kobe Paysor, then the Day-Days of the. But this group right here is so team-oriented. Like, from week to week, anybody can shine. Offense, defense, you just really never know. And to me, that just speaks volume of their camaraderie and also of the coaching. Yeah. Because to be able to depend on that many people to give you a good game, you have to have coached them up through the week.
It's a nightmare for the opposition, I tell you that. But it's a testament to the preseason training and all the off-season training that they do here at Kings Mountain. It's just heads above everybody, and you can tell that all the kids have bought into the system. And like me and Mr. Fulton was talking before the broadcast, it's just the culture. It's the culture around here, and it's once you build that. These kids buy in, even the kids that's 11 and 12 now. I had a kid walk up to me a while ago and says, "Hey, you got something at Cam Elite for a 14-year-old?" I'm like, "Oh, wow." So it's just paying dividends, and I'm just excited to be here and see these kids, the same kids we've seen at 6 and 7 years old. That they're still aggressive. They know how to attack. They know how to finish, and it's paying off for Kings Mountain.
Well, to both of your points, and I completely agree with what you men are saying, and one of the things I keep telling Coach Lloyd, one of the things I've noticed about this team this year, they've seemed focused in every game.
Every game.
Even in games that were supposed to be like maybe a wash. Like I keep going back to the North Gaston game.
Yes, definitely.
I said, watching that game and watching you warm up, I said that team was focused.
Yes.
And you've had that each week. And it goes back to what you guys are saying. In the off season, these guys bought in and they got ready, and they know and they believe in what the coaches do, and they're executing what the coaches are asking them to do.
Right.
And that's a testament of how strong the team and like you said, the camaraderie and the bonding. And I like what you said, how somebody different seems to stand out over and over.
Over and over.
Yeah.
And it goes along too with in-house competition is so valuable to how good your team can be.
Yeah.
Because if you're at a position to where there's one or possibly two guys that can step in and play your spot, you have to stay at the top of your game.
Right.
So it only benefits the team as a whole.
Right.
Well, guys, let's move on. We've got senior night stuff coming up. Let's talk about Ashbrook last week. What I consider Ashbrook can be a very dangerous team. Last week, South Point, they got beat. South Point beat them 28-19. They gave up. At the half, they were only down by a touchdown, 14-7 at the half. Ashbrook comes back, puts 6 more points on the board in the third. They couldn't stop the Red Bone in the fourth, and South Point scored 2 more touchdowns. But, guys, that was a dangerous game. They could have very easily beat South Point that night.
Yes. Seems to me like that lets you know that this is a game that we don't want these guys hanging around.
Right.
If we have the ability and the talent to put this game away early, we definitely need to do that. They have some bona fide athletes and players on this team. Carmelo Best he's amazing. I'm going to tell you, Carmelo Best is real good. The linebacker, number 7, I think his name is Big. Oh, God.
Devon Biggers.
Devon Biggers is a stud.
Yes, he is.
He's a stud. He reminds me of what Jacob Neely was at Forest View last year.
Yes.
He is all over the field.
What's funny, Coach Bell, is that, inches from Carmelo Best, he has Kings Mountain roots, and he was inches from he'd have been a Mountaineer.
I was going to play six degrees of separation with that here later on.
Could you imagine that backfield with Jeffries and Best in the backfield?
Oh, yeah.
But again, it's just wonderful to see these young athletes competing at the level that they competing at and staying focused. Like I said, just staying tuned into what's going on.
If I had to give one drawback to Ashbrook, is their passing game. And the lack of their passing game. I think I've seen South Point pass more than they had this year.
That's
and when their quarterback rolls out to pass, it's more a rollout to run than it is to pass.
Yeah, I'm looking at these stats, and you got the leading receiver with 12 catches and 142 yards after 8 games. That probably speaks a lot about how often they throw the ball.
So we've got Ashbrook tonight. We've got the Mountaineers warming up. It's senior night right here at John Gamble Stadium. Let's take a break. We'll be back for more pregame right after this on KMHS Sports. Don't go anywhere.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Innovative Pools,
back here at John Gamble Stadium, Drew Fulton along with Craig Short and my guys from Elite. We're going to talk about Elite here in just a little bit. George Adams, Marcus Bell is with us. We'll try to get to the Elite stuff here in just a little bit. I want to remind folks, though, about the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club and a great organization for you to join. Make sure you log on to kmtouchdownclub.com. We just last night had our 100 years of Mountaineer football dinner here on the field, and if you remember, you could have come to that. And it's really not about what you get as a member. It's about what you help us create here at Kings Mountain High School. So log on to kmtouchdownclub.com and find out more on how you can become a member of this great organization. Guys, let's turn our tables to quarterbacks for tonight. We've got Lamont Littlejohn, number 12 for Kings Mountain, against Tavon Leslie for Ashbrook. I don't know why Ashbrook keeps getting out of my head. I can't tell you why. But and we talked about it a little bit here a minute ago. The biggest difference between these two quarterbacks is the not necessarily the ability to pass, but Ashbrook doesn't pass that often.
Right.
So, and you've got Lamont Littlejohn that can hand the ball off 1 second and then three-step drop, and hit the bomb 60 yards, 60 yards down the field. So, looking at these two quarterbacks, Leslie will definitely use his feet more than Littlejohn will tonight, but clearly Lamont has the better numbers.
Yes, definitely. And Lamont he's kept his composure throughout this entire season. That's the main thing that I've seen from him is the maturity level that he's shown just from one season ago to this year. How much he's grown, how much of a leader that you can see he is out there on the field. And like I said, just composure. He's never too high, never too low. He's always even keel. And that goes big with a lot of those guys, being able to look at him and see as long as he's good, we're good.
Quarterbacks will turn over to our running back for the Mountaineers, Caleb Holland. He's been beat up a little bit, and they held him out last week. We expect to see a little bit more of him tonight. You got Caleb Holland, 370 yards on the season. Teddy Jeffries, 551 yards. Robert Kendrick, 163 yards. 4.8 yards a carry, which is the lowest out of the three. Ain't bad for any starting running back. I mean, if you can go out there and get 4 and 5 yards a time, I mean, why wouldn't you do it?
Right.
Exactly.
I'm looking at these 4 guys, and I really feel like that anyone, well, of course, as far as like with Teddy and Caleb, but you take a Robert Kendrick and a Michael Ward, they're probably starting for about 90, 95% of the teams in our area.
Yeah.
So the depth at running back is phenomenal.
It's unreal.
It is.
And I'll tell you, Coach Bell, I know you guys are always watching in live, so you don't hear us. You've not heard us say this probably, but one of the things we always say is what's amazing is that they're all that good, and they all run a little bit differently.
Yes.
So you can't really – they do. And you can't – you get ready for Teddy. Okay, all right, fine. You're going to try to stop 21. Well, we're going to throw Robert Kendrick in there, and he runs a totally different way.
Totally different style.
It is a good problem to have for Coach Lloyd, and it goes back to what Coach Bell said at the beginning. These kids buy into the fact they're going to share the ball.
Yes.
They're okay with that. I'm going to want to get maybe 8 or 9 carries, and my buddy's going to get 6, and this other guy's going to get 12. I'm good with that.
Yes.
And not only share the ball, but like Coach Bill also said, it's in-house competition.
Right.
Yes.
I want to go in the locker room and say, hey, man, when I got my touches, hey, I produce.
Yeah.
If I'm Mike, I want to look at Robin and say, hey, when I got my touches, I produce.
Yeah.
And Teddy said the same thing. And these guys, it's friendly competition,
Yes.
but
They
they
pull
all
for
have
each other.
They have one goal, and that's to destroy defenses and win the ball game.
I agree.
And it's a testimony again to, I know I keep reiterating the coaching staff and their preseason workouts and just getting kids and they're hungry from the beginning of the preseason workouts, and it translates onto the field, here in the fall.
Well, guys, we talk about Lamont being an efficient quarterback, completing his passes. We talk about the backfield doing their job, and all of that's not possible without this O-line. Now, we talk about them, every once in a while, but I really wanted to highlight them this time.
Right.
Isaiah Estridge, Matthew Lubis, Dalton Smith, Alex Jackson, Tristan Spikes. I mean, these guys have performed, and there's more. This is just 5 of them,
right.
and we have the numbers this year to where we can, run one or two on there, take 2 off, and give them a little fresh break.
Right.
But these guys have held up and done a great job for our backfield and our quarterbacks.
One in particular I've been proud of is Tristan Spikes.
Yes.
Coming from basically been playing defensive line since he had been at the high school and accepting the challenge to transfer over to the offensive side, and he's grown leaps and bounds just in this season from game to game. You can see the improvement on what he's doing out there.
I agree with you, and it's that whole unit across the board. They've impressed me every week.
Yes.
I mean, how they get out on screens, how they're opening up running lanes, that they're giving Lamont time to look, to throw. It's been a really good group for us, and I know it's a cliche thing to say, but it's true. Ball games are won up front.
Yes.
The 2 lines of scrimmage that we're on with defense and offensive linemen, I mean, we're winning on most games, and that's why we're winning ball games.
Exactly.
In the trenches.
And those guys are strong.
Yes, they are.
Good gracious.
Yes.
Weight room.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Let's talk about the backfield for Ashbrook right quick. We mentioned a little bit. Primarily, Best 141 carries on the season. He's probably going to get to the 1,000-yard mark. 141 carries, 869 yards, 5 TDs, 6.2 yards a carry, 124 average a game. I watched this young man on the game film, and if you give him a hole, he is gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is going to be the task for Coach Wilson and the defense, is to not give him that hole.
Right. And corral to the ball.
Well, like you said, he's approaching his 1,000. Let's just hope he don't get his 1,000 tonight and get it next week against us.
Yeah, I agree.
So if the Kings Mountain defense can minimize, his yardage, I think things will bode well for the Mountaineers. But we want him to get his 1,000. We wish him well next week against us. So
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck, young man. Not tonight.
exactly.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and do my favorite segment. Now, I don't know if you've heard us do this before. This is what would Coach Klein do? Okay. Let's start with George Adams.
Yeah, let him do it.
George, I'm going to give you the entire team from Ashbrook. Okay, how do you beat the Mountaineers tonight? What do you do to make Asheville the winner tonight?
Oh boy, that's a tough potion to come up with. The only thing I see is you'd have to first of all try to control the clock, try to control the ball and limit their possessions, and then hope for some turnovers. I mean, you're gonna need your special teams to turn them over, and their defense is going to get in the backfield a couple times, see if they can destroy the handoffs and the screen passes, try to turn them over. Other than that, I mean, I just don't see this is a well-oiled machine. So you've got to take them out of the element, and their element is sometimes they get fast-tracked where they put up points in bunches. So you want to limit their possessions. If you can limit their possessions to maybe 2 or 3 possessions in the first half, you may have a chance in the second half. But other than that, if you give Kings Mountain 4 or 5 possessions in the first half, it's going to be a long night.
Coach Bell, we'll go around to you. You're taking over for Coach Lloyd's job tonight. How do you come out with number 9 victory tonight?
I come out basically keeping the same strategy that I've had all season. If the run is there, take it, run it as much as possible, tire these guys out, because I'm pretty sure they're not as deep as we are defensively. But if they come out and they want to stack the box, let's take our 1-on-1 matchups on the outside, get the ball in the hands of Bryson, Jaqueline, and my favorite player with the greatest nickname in the world, Mr. Fat.
I love it.
Get the ball to him, and that's I think the main thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, basically. You know, unless they come out in something on defense that they haven't shown and it causes us to change something, then maybe we adjust. But other than that, I just keep the status quo.
All right, guys, we got senior night stuff coming up. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more senior night stuff. Kings Mountain Mountaineer pregame on KMHS Sports. We'll be back right after this.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Innovative Pools,
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, Drew Fulton along with Coach Bell, Coach Adams. We got Craig Short in the house, missing Lamont Littlejohn. He's down on the field. It's senior night. His son's down there. And, of course, missing Jeff. Hopefully all of us will be back together for next week for the Crest game. I'm going to back out and just send it over to Jay Rhodes for senior night here at John Gamble Stadium. So you stay tuned here on KMHS Sports for senior night 2022.
Cheerleaders and football players. Athletic trainers, Austin Dixon. Austin is escorted tonight by our mother and father, Alicia and Jonathan Dixon. She has been a member of the athletic training staff at Kings Mountain High School for 1 year. Austin's plans after high school is to attend the University of South Carolina-Aiken on a softball scholarship and to pursue a career in nursing. Her most memorable moment was beating South Point and continuing to 7-0. Athletic trainer, Elena Patrick. Elena is escorted tonight by her mom, Mandy Lay. She has been a member of the athletic training staff at Kings Mountain High School for 1 year. Elena is committed to Gaston College to play softball after graduation. Her most memorable moment was Kings Mountain versus the South Point game. For our senior cheerleaders, Tanya Brown. Tanya is escorted tonight by her parents, Robert and Tanika Brown. She is a member of the cheerleading squad for Kings Mountain High School for 4 years. Tanya's plan after high school is to attend a 4-year college. Her most memorable moment was being chosen to represent the cheerleading team on homecoming court. Lindsay Burris. Lindsay is escorted tonight by her parents, Kim and Jason Burris. She's been a member of the cheerleading squad at Kings Mountain High School for 3 years. Lindsay's plan after high school is to attend a 4-year university to study nursing. Her most memorable moment was our win against South Point. Braden Deaton. Braden is escorted tonight by her mother and father, Ashley and Brad Deaton. She's been a member of the cheerleading squad at Kings Mountain High School for 4 years. Braden's plan after high school is to attend East Carolina University to study nursing and become an ECU cheerleader. Her most memorable moment was getting moved up to the varsity my 9th grade year and cheering for the Charlotte Catholic game that went 7 overtimes. Carter Grace Reed. Carter Grace is escorted tonight by her mother and father, Dr. Timothy and Mrs. Amy Reed. She has been a member of the cheerleading squad at Kings Mountain High School for 4 years. Carter Grace's plan after high school is to attend Charleston Southern University. Her most memorable moment was her freshman year cheering at the Charlotte Catholic game that went 7 overtimes. Emily Smith. Emily is escorted tonight by her father and sister, David Shane Smith and Skylar Smith. She has been a member of the cheerleading squad at Kings Mountain High School for 2 years. Emily's plan after high school is to attend University of Georgia. Her most memorable moments including creating new bonds and friendship with my teammates. Keona Wilson. Keona is escorted tonight by her mom and dad, Kenesha Fullover and Landon Benton. Keona has been cheering for 12 years. Keona's plan after high school is to attend Winston-Salem University to pursue a career in nursing and to cheer. Her most memorable moment includes making her cheerleading teammates smile and just being herself. And now for our senior football players. Darian Black. Darian is escorted tonight by his mother, father, and stepfather, Rodney and Tara Black Irvin, and James Knox. He has been a member of the football team at Kings Mountain High School for 4 years. Darian's plan after high school is to attend college to further his education. His most memorable moment is just being a part of the best football program in the state. Josh Cobb. Josh escorted tonight by his mom, Shanna Watkins, and Thurman Edmonds. He has been a member of the football team at Kings Mountain High School for 2 years. Josh's plan after high school is to attend college to further his education. His most memorable moment was his football game. Jaden Ellis. Jaden is escorted tonight by his mother and father, Casey and Brian Ellis. He's been a member of the football team at Kings Mountain High School for 3 years. Jaden's plans after high school is to enlist in the United States Marines. His most memorable moment was the victory over Shelby this year. Isaiah Estridge. Isaiah is escorted tonight by his mom, dad, and sister, Aquinas and Sam Estridge, and Octavia Young. He has been a member of the football team at Kings Mountain High School for 4 years. Isaiah's plan after high school is to play college football and major in engineering. His most memorable moment was his sophomore year when we won 3 games in 8 days. Caleb Holland. Caleb is escorted tonight by his mom and dad, Tamisha and Chad Surratt. Caleb has been playing football for 7 years. Caleb's plan after high school is to go to college to obtain a Bachelor of Science in Sports Medicine. His most memorable moment was scoring his first varsity touchdown on the opening kickoff versus Stuart Kramer. Michael Lubas. Michael is escorted tonight by his mother and grandfather, Rebecca Wells and Robert Wells. He's been a member of the football team at Kings Mountain High School for 4 years. Michael's plan after high school is to go to a 4-year university to get a degree in religious studies and pastor a church. His most memorable moment was beating South Point 2 years in a row. Lamont Littlejohn III. Lamont is escorted tonight by his mother and father, Nikki and Lamont Littlejohn Jr. He's been a member of the football team here at Kings Mountain for 4 years. Lamont's plan after high school is to attend a 4-year university and major in engineering. His most memorable moment was the 2-minute winning drive against Franklin last season in the first round of the playoffs. Alcino Richardson. Alcino is escorted tonight by his mom and sister, Takenya Young and Okrenia Richardson. He has been a member of the football team at Kings Mountain High School for 4 years. Alcino's plans after high school is to attend college and major in engineering. His most memorable moment will be winning the state championship. Dalton Smith. Dalton, escorted tonight by his mom and dad, Gerald and Ashley Smith. He's been playing football for 13 years. Dalton's plan after high school is to go to college for either engineering or business. His most memorable moment was getting selected to play in the middle school football bowl games for the U.S. national team in Dallas, Texas. Jake Lloyd. Jake is escorted tonight by his mom and dad, Beth and Greg Lloyd. He's been a member of the football team at Kings Mountain High School for 4 years. Jake's plan after high school is to attend a 4-year university to major in secondary education and continue his football career, either playing or student coaching. His most memorable moment was beating West Charlotte in the second round of the playoffs last year at their home field. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for each of these individual seniors.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Innovative Pools,
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, Drew Fulton, Coach Bell, Coach Adams, Coach Short. Got a lot of coaches. I coached before.
You did.
I could
Coach
call it.
Fulton.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
we could go there. We go all coaches show. Welcome back to the Mountaineer pregame show. Getting ready for the Greenwave and the Mountaineers coming up in about 20 minutes. Let's flip the script and take a pause for a second and talk about the elite program and what it's meant to Kings Mountain. Now, that's why we have Coach Bell and Coach Adams here. I'm going to open up this by saying. Now, I don't want to make anybody mad. You know, we've got another program in town. We've got Optimus. But since Elite has come to Kings Mountain, it has helped the mindset. It has helped the athletes. It has helped everything here at Kings Mountain High School. And I got to give my hats off to you guys. I mean, you've been there since the start. And without Elite, we may not be sitting here 8-0 in the season and thinking about home seat in the playoffs, you know.
Thank you.
I
appreciate it.
And I want to say before I let them talk about it, and I want them to talk about the Elite because it's amazing. I get to see them about every night when I walk my dog. And I hear Coach Bell over everybody. I'm pulling my pug through here. That's the truth. But I'm going to say, as a former coach here, I coached 8 years here, and we came in 2007. And I love the hole. I love Pop Warner. My oldest son played down there a couple of years. Then he waited out because he got too heavy. We always wanted a program like you've got. And I can tell you from a former coach, when it happened, like Drew said, I saw the trajectory of the program begin to go up. because we finally have a consistency from the little league up.
Right.
So hats off to you men, because not only do you run a good program, it's quality. It's quality football, quality coaching. For those of you that are out there thinking of joining, I can tell you, I'm not joking. Every night I walk my dog, I hear these men talking to those young men. They treat them well, but they hold a high standard, and they push them. And it's a good thing for our community. So I'm going to hush and let them talk about the elite. But thank you for what you do.
Yes, appreciate it. Thank you guys for the words.
Thank you very much.
The main thing, like you said, the waited out thing, that was the first thing that got us into wanting to do the football part of it. Our president, Maurice Tate, he was already doing basketball individual workouts, but we saw that need where, you have these guys who, just because of weight, either have to play in a much, much older age group or just don't get to play at all.
Yeah.
And that's not fair. So we felt like that was the need for it. And just after that, it just took off, and we started getting so much support from the community. Like KM Elite is nothing without the community of Kings Mountain. We owe everything to the citizens of this town, this citizen. I'm a lifelong resident, so it means a lot to me to be able to let this be what I can do for my city, for my hometown.
That's awesome.
And like we said, right now we are transitioning into, like we said, we just purchased 10 acres of land off of Oak Grove Road for anybody from Kings Mountain. If you get off of 74, you're going down Oak Grove, there's a church, there's going to be us, there's another church, storage buildings, Dollar General. We're right there in that little area.
10 acres.
10 acres. Right now we are having our 50-50 ticket sale, 50-50 raffle sale. We have actually just updated the pot on that. That pot now is up to $4,700. And those tickets are on sale all the way through November the 22nd.
Coach, how they get the tickets?
They can contact myself, Coach Maurice Tate, Miss Brandy Tate on Facebook. You can call us by phone. The best way to do it is if you search me on Facebook, send me a message, Marcus Bell on Facebook, send me a message, send me a friend request, however you want to do it, let me know you need tickets. I'll make sure that you get some tickets somehow. We have multiple parents on the football and the cheer side selling those tickets. Those tickets are $10 a piece. And like I said, they're going to be on sale until November the 22nd. The drawing will be Saturday, November 26th. You do not have to be present to win. You don't have to even be in Kings Mountain to purchase a ticket. If you have a Cash App and you live in California right now, you get in touch with me. We'll set it up. I'll take a picture. You're in there. So we're going to make sure everyone who wants to support, everyone who wants a chance at that early Christmas bonus,
I love it.
We're going to make sure that we give them the opportunity to get in.
Hey, we had a guy 2 weeks ago watching us all the way in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
So maybe y'all can get somebody by from out
We'll
there.
send it to the desert. Make us a difference. We'll send it to the desert. It's desert proof.
Yeah.
Now, I could be wrong. Is there big games here tomorrow?
Yes. We do have tomorrow.
So we could come tomorrow and purchase those tickets.
Yes, we will have tickets on sale at the game tomorrow. Tomorrow is our Pink Day, which is our honor and celebration for the survivors, those we've lost, and the ones that are still fighting this ugly disease that we all know is cancer. Tomorrow is football, but tomorrow is really, as George will tell you, tomorrow is about the cheerleading. Tomorrow is about the Blazettes. They put on their Pink Day performance, and it's amazing.
It's epic. If you haven't seen a musical and dance production that's really done from the heart, Coach Brandy Tate and those ladies, they put it on. We give them their special platform between games, and we have people that actually come just to see that production.
I love it.
Just to see that production.
You guys don't have anything to do, please stop by tomorrow and see what these young individuals are doing. It's amazing. A lot of people, we talk about KM Elite and the youth, but we're not just a youth-based program. We do a lot of things for adults, too. We have parenting workshops. We have job trainings. We have teaching people how to write resumes. Myself, I'm a communications major. I've helped some young adults with interview process and things of that nature. So we're not just a one-trick pony. We're not just athletics. We're about scholastics. We're about making families better and making it wholesome. And Kings Mountain is such a wholesome place.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't grow up here. I grew up in neighboring Bessemer City, but I've got so many friends and family here in Kings Mountain. It's just home for me as well. And like I said, just working with these kids, and I've seen what we've done thus far with what we've had is translated to a good product. And you can even see the product on Saturday afternoons now, where we've got individuals that's come through this program that's playing at Power 5 football. We've got individuals that's doing scholastic things at college, honorary students, going for PhDs and things of that nature. And I'm hoping in the next 2 years maybe we're going to have our first NFL player. I'm sure of that. I'm pretty sure of that. We've got some individuals that's playing high-level football. And not only that, we've got some great students, not just athletes. We've got some great students that come through our program. And everybody says, well, this the kids in Kings Mountain. But our program has touched counties, all over, Gaston, Lincoln. We've had kids come from South Carolina to play in our program, kids to come from Rutherford County to play in our program, Mecklenburg County to come in our program. That's a drive, but that's a testimony to what Coach Maurice Tate and his wife's vision, Brandy Tate, had for this community, and it's only going to grow. We ask that the community join us and continue as we continue to build this enhancement center over Oak Grove Road. We're in phase 2, like Coach Marcus said.
Definitely.
And one of our fundraisers is the 50-50 contest. And somebody told me a long time ago, you can't win if you're not in. So,
can't win if you ain't in.
If you don't buy a ticket, you can't expect to win that big pot. But like I said, we update weekly. And right now it's a little over $4,700. We've been doing it now, about 2.5 weeks?
About 2.5, 3 weeks.
So for 2.5 weeks, that's a pretty good pot. So we're headed to, we're going to have a big explosion on November the 26th. Somebody's going to have a good Black Friday.
Yes.
And
y'all timed that right.
We timed it right. So you can get a deal, and you can also hit Cyber Monday. But it's not only just the coaches and the people that's in our program. It's individuals like you gentlemen yourself, giving us a platform to exercise what we do and give the community a chance to see the visual of what's going on behind the scene. And like I said, I look out on this field and I see the kids that's come through our program when they were 5 and 6 years old, and they're grown men now. And they playing at a high level. We talked earlier about 2 of the defensive gems. I call him Big Twin, and AJ. Those kids, I remember when those kids were running around in the gym at 5 and 6 years old with shoes untied, and now, they're monsters on defense.
Yes,
they are the catalyst for that defense, and it does my heart good to know that we seen these kids, early on. We seen what was inside of them early on, and it's a joy to be here. It's a joy to share with the Kings Mountain community of what Cam Lee has, and we hope that you guys join. And like I said, our hat is off to the Optimists and what they do for this community as well. And we're not here to be a rival. We're here to enhance the whole city of Kings Mountain and the program. So,
and you touched on it a little bit. I just wanted to emphasize it. It is not, and I got this from your website. It states it very clearly. It's not just about athletics.
Definitely
it's not
not.
just about these guys on Friday
Definitely
nights and Tuesdays in the gym. It's about you're giving them a chance for tutors and homework.
Miss Byers, I need to elaborate on that. Miss Byers, which is our vice president of our organization. She's in charge of the educational side, and she's an educator over at Beth Ware, and she just makes sure that our students get the best tutoring and preparation for EOGs. She brings some of the honor students from here at our high school that comes over and helps tutor the younger kids. So it's a family and a team effort. Not just on the field, but scholastically, we want to continue to be one of the best scholastic schools in the state.
Yes,
and we're proud of the academics here at Kings Mountain and what they do and what they provide for.
And we definitely,
for the schools.
And that's our goal for once we get the building up. We want to be able to have a centralized location for all of these things to take place. Just like how you were asking, how can someone get tickets? Mm-hmm. Well, if we had the building, hey, swing by the building and get your tickets. Just things like that. Because that's why I say the community has been so supportive of us. We've been Bethware Elementary, East Elementary, here at Kings Mountain High School. I want to say thank you to the Cleveland County School Board and the guys that put the lights up over here on the soccer field, because we're practicing there now. And this is the first year that we've had a centralized practice location with lights. as opposed to we've usually had to share time at the YMCA or things of that nature. So, I mean, it's just, like I said, the community helps so much. And I see what they're doing with us is the same thing that's happening at the high school. Kings Mountain Mountaineer football fever is at an all-time high right now.
I agree.
Like, I've never seen it like this before. Like, it's at an all-time high. And I just feel like I have a hashtag that I like to use a lot called culture change. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
This culture has been changed, not just for the players, but the fans, the community, like just the random conversations I have with random people out in the community about this team. It's at an all-time high. And like I said, that just comes from this community. People have asked me all the time, you know, would you live here, live there? And I'm like, no. Why? Like, this is the type of community I've always dreamed of.
There's something special
It's
here in
very
Kings
something
Mountain
special.
that you don't find everywhere.
Not only that, guys, I'm going to tell you something that really, really touched me. Like I said, I'm from a neighboring city, but this is home for me as well. But, you know, calling the games on Saturday afternoon, I look down on the sideline, see Coach Lloyd on the sideline. I mean, he's on the sideline in the dead hot sun.
Running chains.
Running the chains after he coached the night before.
Yes.
And you know what goes into coaching. You guys have coached for years, and you know what it takes on Friday night mentally, alone trying to wind down on Saturday to get yourself back together. He's out here running chains at our youth football games on Saturday. And, you know, it's just a testimony. And even on Saturday afternoons, I find myself shouting him out. And I know he doesn't want that, but he deserves that. And, you know, when the kids see that, they yearn to go play for him.
Excited.
They want to go play for this man. Hey, this guy, he'll change for us on Saturday. I'm going to play for him in a couple years.
Yeah.
So it's just like I said in pregame, it's just when you look at the coaching staff and these men that you've put in position to lead this team and this high school, it's hats off to them because they're a class act. They all have the same mission, and that's to make sure that these kids get an opportunity to go play college football if that's what they want to do and play at a high level. And it's
guys,
translating the wins.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about other games going on in the area tonight. It's Mountaineer Football, KMHS Sports. Stay right here with us.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Innovative Pools,
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, Senior Night 2022. We're getting ready for the kickoff of the Greenwave and the Mountaineers. They're about to meet at the 50-yard line to flip a coin. Let's talk about some other games that are going on in the area tonight. Let's start with the Big South 3A games. North Gaston, 0-8, still looking for that first victory. They travel to Stuart Kramer tonight, 3-5. Who do you have?
I'm going with Stuart Kramer.
Stu.
I'm going to have to go with Stuart Kramer.
Rackamore, I think, is going to lead them to another victory.
It's probably his senior night. He's probably going to show out tonight.
I agree.
Another one, Forest View, 3-5. They travel to South Point. Hard to play in Belmont. South Point 7-1. They're still hoping we get a loss somewhere along the way.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the red ball
red.
on that one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the red ball.
And the last Big South game, Crest. They're at Hunter Huss tonight. I'll have to go with Crest.
I guess Crest is the pick, but I will say this:
It's a trap game.
Hunter Huss, exactly. Hunter Huss has some athletes that if Crest gets caught looking forward to next week can create major problems.
I'm gonna call the upset, guys. I'm gonna take Huss over. I'm gonna take Huss over there in Gastonia in that little hole over there. At this time of year, it's rough to go over there and play, and I think Crest could be peeking a little bit. Could be peeking around the corner.
I agree with you.
Yep.
It's something about going over there playing in Gastonia sometimes. They get bloodied, get their nose bloodied the week before, and they get ready.
I'll tell you something we've said in a lot of games this year. It won't surprise me if either one of these teams win. I'll just say that.
Right.
I think Huss can beat them.
Right.
That's
I do
a
too.
good point.
Let's talk about the other games going on in the area tonight. Cherville at Burns.
Burns.
Yeah, no contest there. East Gaston. Now, this could be interesting. East Gaston and Shelby. East Gaston still trying to get in there.
Well, I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm from Bessemer City. We played them last week, and I'm going to tell you, Shelby's got some holes over there. And East Gaston's got that running back. He's tough. the O-line up front, if they control some that time of possession over there, keep the ball away from Dalen, the lead kid.
I think if East Gaston can keep it close and create doubt, then they have a chance to steal one.
I agree.
But
There's
they
some holes
can't.
over there.
Yeah, they can't play from behind against Ship.
We're running a little bit behind, so Thomas Jefferson to Highland Tech. It's a coin toss. Yeah.
I'll go with TJ.
Yeah. Then you got Hickory 6-2. They're still looking good in the 3A. They're playing at 0-8. Fred T. Ford.
Hickory.
Yeah. Red Tornadoes there. Chase still on top 8-0.
Chase.
They travel to Patton, which is 1-7. I don't think the Trojans will have much trouble there. Lincolnton at Maiden. This could be, this is a rivalry game.
Now Lincolnton is on a win streak right now. Aren't they?
They are, and I worked there for a while, and I know they got. I just think Maiden's better.
Yes.
Well, you go into Maiden, you know how that little place is.
Yes, it is.
Make sure Tom White's not up under the bleachers nowhere.
Right.
And the only other halfway decent game, no, there is no halfway decent game. East Lincoln at North Iredell, North Lincoln at West Iredell, East Burke at West Lincoln, Newton Con over at Muckle Hill. All those games seem to be, unless somebody slips up.
Yeah.
We've got the game coming up. Let's take a break. We'll be back here for the start of this football game. Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
Stay tuned for the kickoff here on Mountaineer Football Live with Drew Fulton, Lamont Littlejohn, Craig Short, and Jeff Johnson. Brought to you by KMHS Sports and the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club.
I got the officials.
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, getting ready for the kickoff. Mountaineers win the toss. We'll get the opening kickoff here as we get Lamont Littlejohn in here. Go ahead and read the officials for tonight's game.
Yes, sir. Our referee is Jerron Glenn, umpire Jeff Murray, linesman Darren Medford, line judge Brady Willis, back judge Michael Bruce, clock operator is Chris Husky.
Getting Lamont Littlejohn in here. He's
Teddy Jeffries deep for the Mountaineers.
We're glad to have Lamont. Jeff's not with us tonight, so.
Mountaineers take it all the way back to the house. Nobody can stop him. They finally run him out, and a flag on the play. Right about the 22-yard line. Good way to start out the game tonight, guys.
Lamont, how'd it feel down there on the field? We'll get him on here in a second, let him tell us.
Test 1, 2. All right, I'm here.
How'd it feel on the field?
Man, it's bittersweet, senior night, and it's good to be back, you guys. I'm so glad that George and Marcus was able to be here. I know they did an excellent job. I was hearing a little bit on YouTube, but it's good to be with you guys.
Open the kickoff all the way down to the 20. What was it?
Face mask on us.
Face mask on us.
I'll take Caleb's return back, but we'll be all right.
Take away the face mask. Good way to open up this ball game here on senior night.
Oh, yeah.
38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers.
I'm glad it was up here if we're going to have it. At least it wasn't back there.
Exactly.
So we're all right.
Mountaineers reset. Jeffries over on the left
Good
side.
cut.
He finds
Good
a good
cut.
hole all the way to the 30.
He's gone.
He's gone to the end zone. Touchdown almost. He get in there.
He did. No flags.
No flags.
No flags.
He just
touchdown.
picked up where he left off.
Did you see how he kicked that in right when he got to that clearance? He made a great cut and a good read, and he got up the sideline. Beautiful. Great run.
So Mountaineers open up with 6 points on the first play from the scrimmage.
Jaden Ellis in to attempt the point after touchdown.
Jaden Ellis, perfect last week, 6 for 6. He'll attempt the extra point tonight.
Good snap, good hold, good kick.
What a way to start, fellas.
I like it.
So the Mountaineers will put 7 on the board very quickly here at John Gamble Stadium. Senior Night 2022. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Mountaineers up 7-0 here at John Gamble Stadium. Drew Fulton, Lamont Littlejohn, Craig Short with us. Lamont was down on the field for senior night. Excitement down there. How did it feel?
It was bittersweet, excitement. Glad that these guys, all the seniors, have reached this point in their life. And but like my son told me, he said, "Dad, we got 8 more games. We just concentrating on Ashbrook right now."
Love it.
So I love the focus of this team and each senior group.
Jaden Ellis gets ready to kick the ball off. We'll get to see the offense for Ashbrook for the first time this evening.
Down to about the 3.
Returnable all the way to the 10, trying to get to the 15.
That's a hold. He saw it. Good call.
Yeah, right, it's coming back.
On the return, number 4.
Got a hold on
Flag down on the
Unash.
field, tackled by number 27, Emmanuel Feemster.
I'd say that we worked a little bit on our kickoff team this week. I noticed there was a pretty good wall there. Coach Harris would not settle for that.
Holding. Check that. Block in the back against the Green Wave.
I saw the hold, but he called a block in the back. We'll take it.
We'll take it. Yeah, I'm with you, Craig. I think we worked on that. We was giving up too much to the returner Howes from Stuart Kramer last week.
You think about Lamont, I mean, that first touchdown they got, that's what set it up.
It's exactly.
I mean, they capitalized on that.
Exactly.
They had one other good one too, and we were able to stop them. But yeah, we needed to work, and Coach Lloyd and Coach Harris put that work in this week.
So 1st and 10 for the Green Wave. Hand off to the
Good
left
play.
side.
Right there.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be eaten up in the backfield. Best, the ball carrier.
That was a great play by Antonio. He got in there first and
number 9, Curtis
held him up, and Curtis was right there to clean it up.
Most definitely.
A loss on the play.
We'll take it.
He'll lose at least a yard. 2nd and 11.
2nd and 14.
2nd and 14.
Ball at the 6-yard line.
So
telling you to reset the play clock.
Yeah.
Ashbrook right at the goal line. Run right up the middle.
On the carry, number 1, Sincere Sanders Moss.
Moss on the carry. Kind of a
Stop by number 62, Eli Lipscomb.
Lipscomb on the stop.
Yeah, we don't need to give anything up. That's huge here. We need to get them off the field.
Handoff over on the left side.
Not much running room.
Just a little bit. He'll get past the original line of, maybe get to the original line of scrimmage, but not much more. And the punt team runs in to assist for Ashbrook.
hope we get a good return here. But what a way to start on the first drive with the offense and the defense.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what the coaches wanted to see us and not have a letdown.
Well, Lamont, I think it goes back. We were saying this in the pregame, and you and I have said this many weeks. The focus of this team so far this year has been good, even in times, and like you're saying, like right there, that's a good stand of what we need.
Exactly.
Going right.
Pretty good Ashbrook roll, come dead right there around the 46.
Ball is down.
So Kings Mountain will take over 1st and 10 right from there. Speak a little bit to how much how much energy does the offense take away from when the defense is playing good, and vice versa. When the offense is playing good, how well does that carry over to the defense?
I think
by the ball?
they feed off each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they feed off each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think one goes off of the other, and when both are clicking, then we're a hard team to beat. But y'all, just being on the field, I was impressed by Ashbrook's size, and I know they're athletic, and so this is not a scrub team.
Pitch out over on the right side.
That's a good play.
Nowhere to run.
That's a real good play by Wesley Ford, number 30. That kid's a sophomore. He came up and filled that hole quick.
I'm telling you, I'm impressed with their size, and I know they're athletic. And just looking at them, it's hard to see that they are 3 and 5.
Well, Coach Lloyd said all week that how big they were, and the size worried them. And we know how good Biggers is.
Right.
We've had to see him for the last 4 years.
Exactly.
Number 7. And he also said something I thought was really true, that they've tended to play at the level of their opponent.
Right.
Which frightened him about tonight, knowing that they would step up and play us hard. Because you're right, Lamar, they're very athletic.
Exactly.
Right up the middle, not much running room. That's, I believe, Jeffries with the ball.
Jeffries on the carry. Stopped by number 30, Wesley Floyd.
Should bring up a 6 and maybe 4. I say 6. I say 6.
You said 6 and 4.
That's what I thought.
I thought you were calling out somebody's record.
4.
That's okay, man.
That's okay. That's okay.
We'll let you slide.
Little John calls the signals, drops back, a little quick
Tunnel
pass.
He's going to be
Sanders.
short.
He's
close.
He's close.
About a yard, maybe a little less.
Stop by number 51, Jeremiah Pagan.
Is he right there?
Oh,
yeah,
we got it.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. I'm sitting above it. I look like he was, but yeah, good.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
So they'll give them 1st and 10, Mountaineers. Well, needless to say, I'm sure they would have gone for it anyway.
Right.
First and 10 for the Mountaineers.
Mountaineers come up with a 3-receiver set.
Teddy Jeffries on the carry.
Jeffries right up the middle.
I don't know, guys. I keep on hearing whistles.
I just heard that
thought
too.
I heard a whistle.
Someone
Yeah.
have a whistle in the.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
A gain of 4, 2nd and 6
I
for the
keep hearing a
Mountaineers.
whistle. I hope
Yeah.
nobody's in the stands doing that because they can flag us on that.
They can, and
Yeah.
typically, Lamont, you've probably seen it before. If
Yeah.
the officials hear that again,
Yeah.
they'll stop the game,
They
and
will.
we'll find the source of it. I'm hoping
Right.
it's not going on.
Right.
Mountaineers will stay in their same formation, drop back to pass,
ball.
looking for the end
Good
zone.
ball.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Zay Smith, placed the ball right where it needed to be. Good ball right
Good job.
down the seam.
Yep.
Great touch. Lamont had plenty of time to throw the ball. The offensive line gave him time.
Lamont's 14th touchdown pass of the
Right.
year.
And men, that was set up by the defensive stand, giving us a
It
short
was.
field off the punt.
And also the running game. You
Yes,
know,
yes.
That's our offense. You know, pound it. Let's keep them sleeping.
That's what I said. Let's do it.
So the Mountaineers lead 14-0 very quickly here at John Gamble Stadium. We'll take a break. We'll be back here with more Mountaineer football. Stay with us right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction,
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, getting ready for another Jaden Ellis kick, the second one of the night.
Yep.
Mountaineers up 14-0, 6:36 left to go here in this first quarter. So far, it's been Mountaineers all the way, guys. Special teams, offense, defense.
Yeah, so far it's clicking.
It's clicking.
I was just about to say it's a good thing when you're kicking off twice and you've only gone just over a little 5 minutes in the game.
Right.
Not quite 6 full minutes, so that's a good thing. Lamont, how did the crowd look down there?
They was drifting in a little slow, but we got a pretty good house.
Good.
Of course, it wasn't nothing like a South Point house, but it's a good house.
Well, I know we're missing one fan tonight. My daughter Emma's at home because she stayed up all night because Taylor Swift released a new album.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She had to stay up for the new album, and then she was zonked. So she's streaming tonight.
That was really for you, wasn't it?
Yeah,
she was downloading that for your birthday.
So I'll have it. Yeah. I'm a big Swiftie.
Yeah.
Me and her and my older daughter Molly.
Is it Swiftie or Swift Head?
And it's good to see Rob Kendrick
yes,
back
it
with
was.
us. I know they
saw
rested him last week.
That's big.
Ashbrook gives right up the middle again, able to pick up a few yards, and that's what we talked about. You give this team a little bit of hold, and they will take advantage of it.
I think that's Carmelo Best. He's over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he's good.
He's like that.
Drew said it in the pregame. He gets loose, he's gone.
He's gone, yep.
Hand the ball off right up the middle again. He'll be close to a first down.
Like he got it.
I noticed two men on this drive right here. They've got a different quarterback in.
Yep.
I noticed that. I don't know if
they're playing William Miller, number 2.
If their normal quarterback Leslie had some issues from South Point last week.
Right. But that was all set up by that 7-yard, 8-yard game on the first.
Oh yeah.
We got to limit that on first downs.
They got really tight splits up front. We've got a 5-man front, so we're trying to take the run away, of course.
Over on the left side, nowhere to run.
Right.
He'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's what they do. They run.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
That's what we expect out of this game. We said in the pregame that we thought that South Point might throw the ball more than they will.
Exactly.
Well, and I think we talked about it too. I mean, the only way they're going to stay in this game is to run the clock, and limit our touches.
Right. And that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
That's what they did last night with the JV game.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how they're going to stay in it.
JV was down 7-6 going into the fourth quarter. And I think first quarter they took like maybe 9 minutes.
Wow.
The first quarter, just one drive.
On one drive.
Yep.
Tell our fans at home to come back and look. I mean, you can really see how tight the splits are up front for Ashbrook. So there's not. I mean, they're just going to try. They're trying to pound it.
Right.
For the Greenwave.
So 3rd and 7, Mountaineers trying to make a stop right here.
Tight end over.
Yeah.
Nope, he's back.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking player, too.
I think they're confused.
Yeah.
They're probably going to call a timeout. Yeah.
Miller moving some players around on the field. And that's exactly what to do. Timeout, Ashbrook.
Timeout, Ashbrook.
So they'll take a timeout. We will, too. We'll be back here with more Mountaineer football. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Senior Night 2022 here at John Gamble Stadium. We're back here at the house. It's great to be home, guys.
It is.
What was and I missed last week's game, what was the atmosphere like there at Stuart Kramer?
I'm going to be honest. I thought it was a little, I thought it was a little flat.
It was. I think so, too.
And I think part of that, too, was because that's the first time it had really gotten cold.
Right.
And I think pretty much everyone just sitting there.
It was cold.
But I will tell you, Drew, everybody loves you because they were asking if we were going to commentate where you were.
Oh,
Good play.
nice.
Mountaineers with a big stop in the backfield. They blow the whistle.
Sincere Sander Moss.
Great play.
Wow.
15, A.J. Richardson.
And I'm telling you, these Ashbrook kids, they're studs. I mean, he got hit like that by AJ, didn't go down.
Didn't go down.
I mean, they're studs.
Yeah.
Right? And you wonder, is it, nothing against their coaching, but I wonder if it's schemes. What we were talking about last week with Steve Kramer?
Yeah.
One of his schemes, because they look the part. They got the athletes. They got the size. It's blocked.
And it gets
Yep,
blocked,
there
and
you
it's
go.
going to get run in for a touchdown. So
Yes,
Scoop
sir.
scored.
Michael
gentlemen.
Ward.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Michael Ward, scoop and score.
Michael Ward on the touchdown.
So we've had the offense put 2 touchdowns on the board. Defense
Right.
just puts 1. Special teams
Special teams.
almost had 1 as we kicked the game off.
Well, I'm sure Harris would count that as a special team because it's a punt return,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's true.
That's special teams.
That's special teams touchdown.
Yeah.
That's right.
Out of the hole, Bryson Brown.
So the ball is up,
The kick is
and it is good.
Good
3
snap,
through
good
3
hold.
for Jaden Ellis.
Good kick.
So the Mountaineers lead early, 21-0. We keep this pace up, guys. We're going to be running clock for halftime.
That's
Let's
right.
keep,
That's right.
keep it up. We'll
Keep
be
it
back
up.
with more Mountaineer football.
Right.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction,
John Gamble Stadium, Senior Night 2022. I keep mentioning that. We've got some senior stuff coming up at halftime. Make sure you stay tuned for that. We've got some scoreboard updates, so we'll try to get to that here very shortly as Jaden Ellis gets ready to kick the ball off.
Good kick.
Once
Good
again,
kick,
going
good
deep to
kick.
the end zone.
Great
Touchback.
job.
And will be a touchback. Right quick, let's look at our scoreboard update. 133 West, just in time plumbing. Farm Bureau, Caldwell Banker scoreboard.
No
Who
score.
do we have?
No score. North Gas is Stuart Kramer. South Point 7. Forest View 0. Shelby 6. East Gaston 0. No score. Cherryville Burns. No score. Thomas Jefferson Highland Tech. East Lincoln North Iredale. North Lincoln West Iredale. East Burke West Lincoln. Then we get a score in the Maiden 15-0 over Lincolnton. Crest 7-0 over Hunter Huss. That's the update.
Thank you, Craig.
Yes, sir.
So once again, Ashbrook comes out with their offensive set, 2 receivers wide, double tight ends, and he gets met in the backfield. Flag on the play.
Might
Probably
be a
holding.
Holding, yeah, the way it was.
Got a helmet off, too, 56.
And I don't know if y'all talked about this in the pregame, but, man, we had a wonderful, wonderful time last night with the 100-year celebration. Had almost, I think, over 250 people in attendance, 250, 260 people in attendance.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful, beautiful time. Just want to thank David and Marie Brinkley for their leadership. And I know they don't want to take all the credit. They have a lot of people they thanked last night. But what a beautiful, beautiful celebration. Coach Ford did a wonderful job, introduced by Kevin Mack, but had a great, great, great time.
Well, once again, it's a testament to what goes on with this program in this town and the people that work behind the scenes to get things set up.
Right,
so
right.
You're right, Lamont. What a great night.
Yeah, it was good catching up. I saw Coach Denny Hicks,
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah.
coach, and
Yeah.
his last year was my last year, and
Coach Massey's family was here, right?
yeah, it was
that's
good
nice.
to see
That's
his
nice.
wife and his son.
His son, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
1st and 21, hand the ball off, but quickly met
Yeah.
in the backfield, and they're going to lose some more yardage, maybe
Yeah.
another 5 yards on that play there.
Yeah.
And see, I was wondering how we're going to respond, y'all. I think the way they are acting, Ashbrook, we've already taken their heart.
Yeah, I agree.
We just got to keep the foot on the pedal.
Lamont, you bring that up. I watched their body language after we blocked that punt. They just looked dejected.
Yeah, it's cold too. It's like, you know what? But we got to continue to play. We can't give up big plays or anything like that. We got to play a complete game.
So Miller's still in a quarterback. He is actually in the end zone. And Ashbrook once again seems a little bit confused.
Yeah.
Play clock's on 0.
I don't think he reset it either. The White Hats, they called timeout.
So timeout Ashbrook. That'll burn their second timeout of the game so far.
That is their second timeout of the half.
So they'll take a timeout. We will too. We'll be back here. More Mountaineer football. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction.
Back here at John Gamble Stadium. Drew Fulton, Lamont Littlejohn, Craig Short. Thank you so very much for tuning in. KMHS Sports. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. We want as many subscribers as we can. Generally, we have about 88% of the folks that watch us online are not subscribed.
Yeah, we need them to subscribe. Excuse me.
Looks like they're going to do a wildcat here. Yep.
So second down.
Did he get out?
Barely.
Ooh,
Yeah, he barely gets out of the end zone.
I tell you something that he did that was smart.
Yeah.
When he saw he was going to be tackled, he got the ball out because it's going to be where the ball is, not where he is.
Exactly. He did make a good spin move too.
Yes, he did.
Just fall out of the end zone.
Yeah, he made a good play, but man, that's tough.
Yeah.
Because we are swarming.
Oh, I thought that was fourth down. It's
No,
third down.
because
Wow.
remember we took the penalty.
Right. They got to be careful here. We might get a safety. And we just got to be careful not to jump offside.
That's what I thought. I'd get under center and just try to get out of there.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
He gets maybe a yard or two on the play.
Because I was surprised that they
bring up fourth down.
I was surprised they was going to do a shotgun there.
Yeah, me too.
Get on the center. Get out of there
and try to give yourself a little more room.
Yeah.
I'll be anxious to see what we do here. I mean, the one thing you want to maybe try to do, if you block this one, it could go out of the end zone, which would be a safety. But we also stand to have good field position either way, so we might call this off and run a regular return.
Right. See what Coach Harris is going to do here.
Regular return.
Yeah.
To Shank.
Get back. Peter,
come out on
the.
It got a roll. It stayed in bounds, so it's going to be out on about the 32.
32, right?
32-yard line. Mountaineers will take over 1st and 10 from there.
1st and 10 for the Mountaineers from the Ashbrook 32-yard line.
Craig, thank you so much last week for putting your body and hands and through all the Facebook Live stuff.
Yes,
we really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I tell you what, the fans were great. We had about, at the height, we had close to 200 people watching at one time, and they kept sending good comments, and everybody was very thankful.
Hand the ball right up the middle. That's Jeffries, the ball carrier. Not a lot of room.
Everybody was very thankful, and I appreciate what the fans said. They posted, and several of them talked to me at the game. A lot of people actually watched it at the game while they were there, and I appreciate that. That goes back to what we say about our community and how they love Mountaineer football. I was able to let people have a shot at the game, and I enjoyed it. But I did miss you guys. Lamont and I were together. He sat right in front of me.
Yeah, I seen his head every once in a while. Whistles blow the ball dead.
Dead ball. False start. So, Drew, while we're walking off this penalty, how beautiful was Notre Dame?
Oh, man, you couldn't ask for a more gorgeous campus.
And what was the atmosphere like inside the stadium? I've never been there.
I've got some videos I'll show you. It was absolutely they did stuff that we could never pull off here because of our lighting. But, I mean, it was just unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to NFL games that don't compare to the atmosphere inside the house that Newt Rockney built.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a place I definitely want to go see a game.
Timeout. Mountaineers. That is their first timeout of the half.
So the Mountaineers will take out a timeout. And so will we. We'll be back here, more Mountaineer football. Stay with us right back after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Mountaineers up early, 21-0, with about 1.8 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Mountaineers with their first penalty of the night.
Yes. Procedure
Second and
penalty.
16 for the Mountaineers. 1.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Pitch out to the right and a quick throw.
Oh, not there.
And just not there. Could have been intercepted there. So we'll come to a close to the first quarter. Mountaineers up 21-0. Stay with us. We've got more. We've got second quarter coming up. So don't go anywhere.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction.
Back here, John Gamble Stadium, Mountaineers on offense. So we start out the second quarter here for the Mountaineers.
I wanted to say real quick, I was asked last week by Holly Melton and Brad to give shout-outs to the folks working in our concession stand. Frankie Webster's one of the main ones that helps in the baseball team, John Gamble. And it's a good job they do in there. Appreciate all they do. I know John Harmon and his beautiful bride are in there working probably. And appreciate all they do for our fans.
You know, they actually can see our game, but I don't think they hear us.
Yes.
Right.
You know, we never have established, too, if 133 is showing us as well.
They are showing
good,
us.
Good.
So Mountaineers go 5 wide on this play. 3rd and long. Little John's pass dropped quickly by Zay Smith. So the Mountaineers will get their first opportunity to punt if they decide to.
I think he's going to
keep
this is
going.
in no man's land, so.
Right. And the way the defense have been playing.
Yeah. He might go no play here to try to get a quick 5 and then go a regular play. No, he's going empty. Good step up.
Little John looking for a receiver, decides to go ahead and take it himself. Looks for the first down. He's going to be short of it.
But hey, way to run it.
I like it.
Way to run it.
It's okay.
First down, stopped by number 30, Wesley Floyd.
So the Mountaineers will turn it over on down. So Ashbrook will come out 1st and 10.
Right.
What I like about what he did right there, Lamont, is that he also, a lot of quarterbacks probably would have thrown the ball out of bounds or whatever to try to avoid a sack and that would have put it back at the line of scrimmage.
Right.
At least this, he gains some yardage and it changes the line of scrimmage.
Exactly.
And that puts pressure on them to try to move it.
Exactly.
Smart play.
Exactly. Smart play. Glad he got out there and made a play, and that was like a punt, so that's good.
Yeah.
He almost picked up that first down though.
Hole right up the middle.
Good cut. That's a real good cut.
Maybe 5 yards on the carry. That's Best, the ball carrier.
Ashbrook being on this hash right here, our fans will be able to see their size up front a little better. down on our far end, they've been a little far away from us, but you can see how big and athletic they are.
Well, they're big.
That
I will
center's
give them
huge.
that. Miller hands off again over on the left side. Some running room. That's number 4. That's Best. He's hard to stop. They're going to pull him down right in front of the 20-yard line.
Flag.
It's either going to be a horse collar or a face mask, so they'll put 15 more. And I mean, not to blame Zay. He did what he had to do to get the guy down. I know he had him by the back of the collar, but I think his hand got around front too. Yeah, horse collar. Yeah, on us.
Personal foul, horse collar against the Mountaineers.
Zay made a great play. I mean, he didn't give up.
Right.
But that's what we talked about, Drew, in the pregame about Best. If he gets loose like that, he is a special player.
Exactly.
For the Greenwave.
So Ashbrook definitely didn't stop playing football.
No,
They're in their red zone trying to put points on the board. Miller once
There we
again the
go.
handoff
There we go.
and nowhere to run.
Yeah.
Quickly stopped in the backfield.
AJ's back there making a play,
Carry stopped by AJ Richardson.
along with Javier. Ashbrook's big up front, but we are very quick, so our quickness is helping. Now, the only problem is like on that run by Best, sometimes we can take ourselves out of plays a little bit, but or they get good angles on us.
Lamar Fox in at running back for hand the ball off to Fox over on the left side. He's going to miss a tackle or two. Gets close to a first down. Well, gets not close to a first down. They're actually in goal situation.
Third and goal from the 8-yard line.
Third and goal from the 8.
Greenwave.
Come around the end. He's going to get
hold.
across the 5.
Got a holder.
Yeah, hold on the backside.
Flag on the play.
Bring up fourth down. There's a flag down on the field. Stopped by number 33, Javari Curry.
If it's a hold, they don't get in. Do you take the penalty or you go to fourth down?
I think you take the penalty.
Holding against Ashbrook.
The holdings decline.
Decline.
Chop block.
Chop block.
Yeah.
That one's taken.
Yeah, it was taken.
There were 2.
We accept that one.
Wouldn't you take it, Lamont?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
It's going to give you more.
Because it's going to be third and goal from
Right.
back here at almost.
Exactly.
They're going to be really on 25.
Yeah.
Don't mean they can't score, but since they don't throw the ball well, that's
Right.
what you're thinking.
Right, because if you have a shorter field, and you're running the ball, then I want you to get more yards back.
Now a team like us, we get backed up, we've got options.
Exactly.
With them not throwing well, that's not going to
We
help.
just got to watch if he do a play action pass or something.
They've actually got Lastly, the normal starting quarterback, out here in split.
Got it. Yeah.
And they're going to bring him down in the backfield. He's going to lose more yardage.
Number 2, William Miller, dropped for a loss.
And I'm pretty sure they'll go for it.
Oh, they have to. They're down 3 scores.
Right.
And they're in no man's land right here. I mean, a punt's not going to help you.
Right.
And not to be mean, but his average punt is about the distance it would be. So it wouldn't.
Right.
But you're right. They got to try to score.
Right. And the only thing here, we know they got to pass the ball, so
Yeah.
we're going to pin our ears back.
Yes,
and go.
we are. Well, they're trying something because, like I said, they've got their Tavon Leslie. He's now the middle receiver on this closest side. So they're trying to get him the ball.
Miller
somehow.
back to pass. He throws it deep. has a man and
Right, good.
Broken up.
broken up.
Broke up.
Mountaineers take over on
That was a good play by Jake coming over, helping up with Bryson.
Yeah.
And Bryson's really been a shutdown corner, y'all. Bryson Brown.
So the
Proud of that
Mountaineers
guy.
dodge a bullet there. Could have easily given Ashbrook 6.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely. But again, that lets us know, they're going to make plays, but the way we shut them down, didn't let them have it. That's huge.
1st and 10 for the Mountaineers
Now we got to take it down here and score.
from their own 33-yard line.
Hand the ball off to Jeffries over on the left side. He's
Put it
got
up.
some running room.
Good
He's
block.
still on his feet, getting up to the 50.
Good.
He's going to be run out of bounds
That's smart.
at the
He's going-
44-yard line.
They're going to call holding right here on Fat, but I'm telling you, I don't know that was that.
Yeah, it looked like he let him go as soon as he came
He
through.
did well, and I'm going to tell you, if I may go back and watch the film and see different, but I don't think so, man.
Right.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
That was a
and
real good.
and that's what the coaches are arguing as well.
Yeah, Fat. He was inside his frame. It
Right.
looked to me, and then as
Right.
he got away, he let him go. And to the inside of Fat, Alex
Yeah.
was out there with a really good block as well. That I thought we blocked it well.
Yeah, Coach Cruz was giving an earful.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, exactly. Because I saw when he passed, Fat like let him go.
He
right?
did,
Yeah,
and I was watching right there.
Right,
I mean,
right.
he didn't impede the progress
sure did.
of the defender.
Sure
So
did.
I don't know.
So
That's all right.
1st and 13. Quick whistles.
We got off early. That's going to be 1st and 18. We didn't get set up top. I will say that one was a call.
Right,
Zay didn't get set.
right. I think that pass was probably going to Zay. He was getting happy.
He's about to cut down that seam right there.
Yeah, he saw another touchdown.
Here we go. We'll be all right.
We all right. Stay locked in. We just stay on schedule, stay locked in. We're going to be all right.
Little John back to pass.
Oh, he's holding.
He held him.
He's holding.
He held Jake.
Good pass, good catch, but Jake was held.
Jake was held big time.
Right.
No flags that I see, and that is enough for a Mountaineer.
Should have been a
I
flag.
was going to say,
but against them.
I think that was a
Yeah.
little bit of a jab by Jay
Yeah.
right there.
Because if you notice, Lamont actually had to wait
Yeah, he
for
did.
him.
He did.
And I'm glad he didn't rush it. But that's a good.
And he had plenty of time to
plenty
throw the
of
ball.
time.
He
You
did.
know, the offensive line been doing great all year long.
That's what I tell our fans who are watching. You see Jake's progress. Hang on.
Hand the ball off right up the middle.
run.
That's Jeffries. He's going to find his way to the 35.
Now, to go back to our fans, you compare that play where Jake's progress was impeded a couple times
Right.
by tugging on his jersey compared to the block that Fat gave. No. What happened to Jake was holding.
Right. And he still made the catch.
Yes, he did.
That was huge.
Little John hand the ball off over on the left side.
play.
He's quickly met at the line of scrimmage.
That's Biggers made
Well,
that play.
he might have got a yard out of it. So it should be 3rd and very short.
I know last year, man, that the young man Biggers, he was being pretty heavily recruited.
Right.
And so was number 33, Amarian Hall. I wonder is he kin to Junior Hall, who was a really good running back at Ashbrook many years
I
ago.
remember that. I think
Man, he
Junior
was
Hall
good.
was like maybe a couple years older than me. I think
God.
wasn't he early 90s,
Yes.
mid 90s? Yeah.
I
think
saw
Junior
him. I saw him walk the dog at Crest one night.
Right.
Inside handoff to AJ.
Yeah.
And AJ still on his
Stop that.
feet.
Not going to stop that.
Should bring a 1st down for the Mountaineers.
A.J. Richardson on the carry, and that's enough for another Mountaineer.
The only Halls I know is dining.
From the 28-yard line.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's the best I come up with. Was that all right?
Drew, that was really good,
Thank
actually.
you. Thank you.
What was the drum set when we need it?
The only hall I know is dining.
That's good.
Dining hall. That's what we're here for, entertaining the fans.
That's right.
Nope.
Right up the middle.
Oh, get him the
No,
ball.
The ball's on the ground.
Fumble
They recovered it.
recovered by the Greenwave. Trey Holland on the recovery.
It looks like they're going to give it. I thought they might have said he was down, but they're going to give it to Ashbrook.
I thought so, too. I thought he hit the ground, then it came out.
Well, you know what? I hate to be Debbie Downer, but I'm going to disagree with you. I was out before he went down.
Was it? Okay.
Was it?
I think you're looking at because he dove for the ball.
Right.
19 was right there, so
Right.
I believe it's the right call.
Okay.
Hate to say that.
Well, no. You was watching. I was looking at downfield.
I'm a homer. We can't do anything wrong.
They got Leslie back at quarterback now.
1st and 10 for the Green Wave.
And the ball off over the left side, trying to bounce it out.
Oh,
Met quickly by the Mountaineers. He might have gotten 4 off of it.
And that he lowered his shoulder because, again, who was that? Was that Rob? Rob stopped.
yes.
He stopped and waited for him. And again, anytime you want to tackle somebody, you do not plant your feet and stop. You got to make
Gotta
that
run through.
Got to run through him.
Because if you don't run through, you're going
Right,
to take the brunt
right,
like
right,
he just did.
Right. No, not too many people can run over Rob.
Leslie calls the signals. Comes a speed sweep again. That's number 1, the ball carrier, trying to find some running room.
On the carry.
He'll get a first down.
Yeah.
That's Moss, the ball carrier.
I will tell you, I'm impressed with how well we're pursuing down the line.
Yeah, we are.
We're getting after.
Right.
There's a lot of black shirts around
Right.
the play.
Right.
I'll just give them credit too. They blocked
Listen,
that well.
Ashbrook have athletes. They have
Yes, they
speed.
do.
They have size. You know, like I said, when you look at this team, they're gonna scare some people. If they make it to the playoffs.
You know, we've said
they're
it
gonna
every
surprise
year.
some people.
Ashbrook on paper
Yeah, I'm telling you.
should be at the top of the conference every year on paper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Leslie trying to find some running room. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
I'm gonna tell y'all another thing. Y'all might not remember this, but I'm gonna say it, and I could be wrong again. But I told y'all at the beginning of the season it wouldn't surprise me if they were the 4th best team,
Right.
and
Right.
that they could be higher than that.
Right.
And it's looking like they're, depending on what happens with the Hunter Husk game next week, they've got a strong possibility of finishing 4th, and they will get
Correct.
into playoffs.
Oh,
and
they will.
I'm with y'all.
They're gonna be scary.
They're going to be scary.
They'll be a scary first-round team coming to my place.
Yeah.
It depends on if they'll probably be a 20, about the 20, a low 20,
Yeah.
maybe high 30 seed.
And if they want to play hard, they're going to be
They are.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Leslie back to pass again.
Oh, God.
He has the receiver all the way down to the 20.
Yeah.
10. He's going to walk into
Yeah.
the end zone. That's Moss.
Down, Green Wave. Sincere Sanders Moss.
Hey,
And Zay took a wrong angle
he did.
with that. Yep.
He did. Hey, give man credit standing there through the ball. Probably the ugliest pass I've ever seen.
Yep,
but
it was.
it almost looked like the Tennessee kicker's kick.
Right.
That beat Alabama.
Right.
But hey, it worked. It's all right.
So 6 on the board for Ashbrook. Ball is up for the extra point.
The kick is up and the kick is good. And, the score
And
with
good.
3 minutes and 15 seconds
So,
to go in the second quarter.
7-21, the Mountaineers lead here at John Gamble Stadium, senior night. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Back here at John Gamble Stadium. Ashbrook able to put some points on the board there. Take a real quick look at our 133 West just-in-time Plumbing, Farm Bureau Insurance, Caldwell Banker scoreboard.
East Gaston 0, Shelby 20, West Lincoln 14-0 over East Burke. The Maiden Blue Devils 29, Lincoln Wolves 0. Forest View and South Point are tied at 7. North Lincoln 7, West Iredale 0. Crest 14-0 over Hunter Huss. North Gaston and Stuart Kramer have no score reporting. Cherryville and Burns have no score reporting at this time.
Mountaineers trying to give.
We took a knee.
Yeah.
East Lincoln and North Iredale no score reporting. Thomas Jefferson already up 30-0 over Highland Tech. That's your Farm Bureau 133 West, Colwell Banker, Just in Time Plumbing, scoreboard update. Appreciate all those sponsors very much.
First and 10 for the Mountaineers. Probably the worst field position we've had all game so far.
Right.
A little low snap.
That something didn't work.
Because
We were set and we snapped the ball, but the offensive line didn't move.
Right.
I don't know what happened, and then the snap was low. But hey, we still gained 4 yards, 5 yards.
That was just a weird.
That was weird. That was the play.
Yeah.
That was the play we were going to run, but we didn't move.
Right.
Okay, so it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Right. But we got 5 yards out of it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
That's a new play. That's a new play. That's called the slow mesh.
Too much.
What? Did
Broken up by Ashbrook.
Quay? He's like Quay just gave up on. He
Well,
didn't try.
he
Did
did.
he lose?
He stayed inside the numbers, and when he could see the ball was going to be on the outside.
Okay.
But why not go back for the ball,
Right.
or try to go
Right.
with the defender?
It's like he just kept going.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm glad 34 can't catch.
Right,
Because had he
right,
caught
yeah.
that one, that's going to be a big
yeah,
difference.
You know, part of a receiver, you got to make a play with the ball.
Yeah,
you know?
Lamont, you got to play defender sometimes
have
too
to.
on a
You
ball
have
like
to.
that.
Little John drops back, 3-step drop, finds the
Underneath the
receiver. That's Lloyd. Across
Great
the
block
30
by
up
Bryson.
to the 40. Trying to break free and trying to get to the 50. He'll get run out of bounds.
You're going to go back. You're going to see two things on that play. We've been giving props all night to the offensive line, but there's a huge block by Bryson on the outside right there that sprung Jay.
Right.
Great block. Running a little bit of hurry up right here. Coach Lloyd's giving
Right.
his guy on this side a hard
2-minute
time.
offense. Hand off to the left side this time.
Holland.
Caleb Holland.
Was a flag down. We got a lot of linemen right there. I'm afraid he's going to call holding on us. 33 is pointing at us, so. Yep.
Yep.
I didn't see, so I'm not going to comment.
Right.
If I comment too much on the officials, Terry's thumb will start going crazy. He'll start fussing at me over text messages.
So we'll back it up first and 1st and 17.
On their own 41-yard line.
Little John scrambles around to pass.
Across the
finds
middle.
receiver
With Fat.
right in the
Oh,
middle, and
come on,
Fat
Fat.
stops it.
Oh. He wants that in back.
Yep.
He'll get the next one.
That's all right.
That's right in your bread
right.
basket,
That's
Fat.
right. That's
We
right.
all right.
Between the
Right.
numbers.
Woo, baby.
Right. And I know Lamont would tell him, man, we're coming right back at
Yes, sir. He
Keep
put
your
that
head
ball
up.
right on his
Yeah.
hip, right where it needed to be.
you. Keep your head up.
That's good. We're going to be all right.
We're going to be all
We're
right.
going to be all right. That's what he's got to tell him. That's a young
Right.
player right
That's
there.
all right.
2nd and 17 for the Mountaineers.
That's going to be open more, man.
Exactly.
Coach Lloyd's going to remember that one.
Exactly.
We often hit the little 5-yard over the middle, but that was a lot deeper.
Yeah, he would have run for a while, too. Coming back on this side. He's open.
Caleb Holland, the ball carrier, he's got it.
Good pass, good catch, and he's getting up. That was a big hit.
That was he looks like he might be shaking up
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
He'll come over to the sideline.
Yeah, that's I kind of held my breath there a little bit.
Yeah, I did too. Because
Cameron Mayfield, number 19, was waiting.
Right. But Caleb is tough, man. He is tough. He's every bit of 135 soaking wet, but he's tough.
Little John scrambles over to the right side, finds the receiver.
Come back. Good job.
That's how you do it.
Good job, Quay. Good job, Quay.
Ball.
I'm glad they went back to Quay, too.
Lamont, did it look like on that play before, it almost was like a wheel route a little bit.
That's what I was thinking,
I mean, he wouldn't be running a wheel because he's not in the backfield.
Right.
Or he was that time, wasn't he?
But see, what I'm thinking is the way he looked up, I think he didn't know where it was.
Yeah.
He may have got it lost in the lights.
Yeah, maybe so.
And so, don't want to be too critical on Quay, but it's just like because that's not like him. He'll normally fight for the ball.
Yeah.
And he may have just lost it.
Hand the ball off over on the left side. That's Jeffries across the 10 to the 5.
All right, there you go.
Fighting all the way down to around the 4-yard line.
Watch on that play right there. What Fat will learn as he gets older, when he starts working his block, if he works to the outside of that man, he just blocked him straight up. If he works to the outside, that'll spring that running back around.
Exactly.
They'll show him that on film.
First and goal from the 4. 44 seconds left. Mountaineers trying to put themselves up by 3.
No, they don't. He's going. Okay, I thought he was going out. Well,
ball on the ground.
We fumbled.
Oh my God! What in the world?
It was on
we
the
were
ground.
able to recover.
It was on the ground. It hit Lamont's foot. When it hit Lamont's foot, it rolled forward. Luckily, Teddy fell on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was just it was a snap.
Yeah, snap.
I'm sure it just came out of the center's hand.
And I know sometimes Dalton's hand be really sweaty. So what they may want to do is make sure they drive his hands off. And you wouldn't think tonight.
Well, you're right. But I'll tell you,
he does.
I'll tell you the other thing that happens too. When it is cold like this, your hands get slick.
Slick, right.
And it could be that his hands. I mean, he probably is sweating. But I mean, you're right.
Right.
That's one of the reasons. Like with, like I've told Gabriel, especially on these long snaps, he's got to wear a hand warmer.
That's right.
Because if you get cold hands, they get dry and they get slick, and that ball will slide like crazy.
I make sure they have a box of hand warmers on there.
Absolutely. That was just a weird play. It never came off.
Yeah.
It literally basically rolled back there.
That's not Dalton.
No. It just was a mistake. I mean, we were fortunate.
Hey, listen, that's football. This is cold weather. The good thing is we got the ball back.
Yes, sir. Good heads-up play by Teddy.
Yeah.
Looks like the Mountaineers will put their jumbo set in.
Second down and goal from the 3-yard line.
We're going to hand it off. He'll do a sweep here. Yep. I knew it was going to happen. Yep.
Flag down on the field.
How's that false start? How's that a false start? We weren't. That's not a good call.
No, that's not a good call.
That's not a good call at all.
All we did was shift.
You can shift when you're not set. They weren't set. They never set on the. That's not a good call. That's not a good. This is the same guy. This is the same guy. Sorry, Terry. I'm going after him.
Yep.
This is the same guy that called the hold on Fat.
Right.
That's not a good call right there. I'm sorry.
Right.
Straighten that guy out. Touchdown.
Jeffries across and touchdown, Mountaineers.
Help that man out.
Ellis will attempt the extra point. He's been on point tonight.
James Ellis in to attempt the format for touchdown. The kick was up. And the kick is
good snap, good kick. Mountaineers will go up 28-7. Here over Ashbrook, senior night 2022. Stay with us. We've got just a few more seconds left to go for halftime. We'll be back right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, Mountaineers ready to kick the ball off. 28-7.
Jay Ellis set to kick it off. Camilo Best deep for Ashbrook.
Drew, before we get too deep in the game, well, when we get deeper in the game, let's check and see who's watching us tonight, where they're coming from. I always like doing that and giving shout-outs to people.
Yeah, let us type in, let us know where you're watching us from, whether it be Grover or Saudi Arabia.
Or Tommy Payne's.
We are broadcasting from Buffalo Creek to Gaston County and worldwide.
There we go.
Little short kick. Called for a fair catch right there at the 29-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Green Wave.
1st and 10 for the Green Wave.
Are we placing bets on
1st and 10 from the
Tommy being by his fire pit?
I threw that in there. He's either, last week they gave him a hard time on the Facebook stream. He said he was watching baseball.
4 receivers set for the Green Wave. Leslie hands the ball off and met with a vengeance.
That was Ja.
That never materialized for them.
Lose about 5 yards on the play.
They're going to go to the half, I'm assuming. They start with the ball, so.
Yeah.
Best on the carry, stopped by number 33, Javari Curry.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. I got an update. I forgot. My man Michael.
4.
Michael Crocker hit me up. Hang on, Mike.
And we're going to let the clock run out. It's halftime.
So that'll be the half. They'll let the clock run out. It's senior night here at John Gamble Stadium. So stay with us for all the senior night activities. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge, The halftime show was brought to you by the following sponsors: Ben Engel and On Q Financial, Butler Tire and Auto, Audio Video Designs, KM Elite,
I thought you said
back
that.
here live, John Gamble Stadium, the band getting ready for their halftime activities. Then they have their senior night. So let's turn everything over to them and enjoy senior night.
And now, for your halftime entertainment, the Kings Mountain High School Marching Band. The band is under the field leadership of drum majors Lillian Lutz, Camille Currance, and Melissa Brooks. Tonight, the band is happy to present their 2022 show. This evening will feature music from one of the greatest movies of all time, Back to the Future. And we will conclude our performance tonight with Seven Nations Army and a quick return trip to the 80s for Michael Jackson's Thriller. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kings Mountain High School Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for the Kings Mountain High School Marching Mountaineers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the senior members of the Marching Mountaineers on the track. Nash Bachman is escorted by April and Russell Van Dyke, as well as Ken and Misty Bachman. Nash has qualified for All-County Band 2 times on the trumpet and is a member of the swim team, Beta Club, and National Honor Society. Nash plans to attend NC State University to study statistics and sport analytics. Taisha Bell is escorted by her mother, Tarika Bell. She is a clarinet player and a member of the varsity women's basketball team. After high school, she plans to attend UNC Greensboro to attain a degree in nursing and become a travel nurse. Darian Black is escorted by Rodney and Tara Black Irvin and James Knox. Darian plays percussion in the band and is a member of the varsity football team. After graduation, he plans to attend college. Dakota Bowen is escorted by Jonathan and April Bowen. Dakota is a flute player in the Blazer Band and is recognized for her outstanding CAD skills in CTE. Camille Currents is escorted by Mark and Nona Currents. Camille plays clarinet and is a senior drum major for the Kings Mountain High School Marching Band. Camille is also a varsity women's soccer team, Beta Club, and other clubs and honor societies. Camille plans to attend a 4-year university to major in nursing. John Eagle is escorted by his parents, Keith and Tim Eagle. John is the Kings Mountain High School drum captain and was the recipient of the 2021 Chris Cole Leadership Award. After graduation, he plans to attend college and pursue a major in national security and music. Ryder Earl is escorted by Rusty and Jamie Earl. Ryder is a trumpet player and was first chair in the All-County Band in 2021. After graduation, Ryder plans to attend Gardner-Webb University. Divinity Irvin is escorted by Larry and Diana Irvin. Divinity plays clarinet and was an all-county musician her freshman year. She is also an all-conference runner for the cross-country team and has qualified for regionals for the past 4 years. After graduation, she plans to attend Southern Wesleyan University to major in elementary education. Kylie Falls is escorted by her parents, Robert and Susan Falls. Kylie is a clarinet section leader and member of the Kings Mountain Band Association and Tri-M Music Society. She is also the Beta Club and the National Honor Society. Next year, she plans to attend a 4-year university to major in nursing or pharmaceutical science. Garrett Freeman is escorted by Tammy Freeman. Garrett is in honors band and a member of the KMHS Jazz Band. He is a member of the Beta Club and plans to attend college in the fall and major in business. Adam Guy is escorted by Jeffrey and Allbeat Guy. Adam is a saxophone section leader and member of the Blazer Band and Jazz Band, and as well as being a captain of the Kings Mountain High School tennis team. Adam plans to attend medical school to become a doctor. Kylie Hemphill is escorted by her mother, Brittany Hemphill. Kylie plays clarinet in the Baser Band. After high school, she plans to attend NC-A&T and major in communications. Anna Holder is escorted by Grant and Angela Holder. She plays the saxophone and is one of Kings Mountain High School band librarians. She also is a member of the Beta Club and is president of Art Club. Anna plans to attend college to study environmental science and criminal justice. Ashley Lay is escorted by Greg and Jennifer Lay. She plays the trumpet in the Blazer Band and is a member of the Mounties Make-A-Wish. She plans to attend college next fall to study criminal justice and pursue a career in law enforcement. Lillian Lutz is escorted by Rocky and Elizabeth Lutz. Lillian is a senior drum major and previous member of all county and all district bands. She plays the clarinet in her church plays band and is awarded the Silver Medal of Congressional Award for serving in her church's soup kitchen. After graduation, she plans to attend four-year university to study music education and become a band director. Haley McCall is escorted by Jeff and Jennifer McCall. She is the flute section leader in the Blazer Band and is also a member of Beta Club and the National Honor Society. She plans to attend NC State or Western Carolina to major in mechanical engineering and math. Hannah McCall is escorted by Jeff and Jennifer McCall. She is a member of the Beta Club and an Honor National Honor Society and has been all-conference tennis player for the past 2 years. She plans to attend NC State or Western Carolina to major in mechanical engineering. Star McKinney is escorted by her parents. Star is a clarinet player and member of the Kings Mountain High School Color Guard. After graduation, she plans to study psychology and become a child psychotherapist. Taylor McSwain is escorted by Chad and Jennifer McSwain. Taylor is first chair saxophone, section leader, all-county band member, librarian, and was a Kimball representative for homecoming. Taylor plans to attend a four-year university to study animal science. Eli Osborne is escorted by Kevin and Jennifer Osborne. Eli plays the bass clarinet and is a member of the drum line. He has been first chair and qualified all-county and is the band's vice president. He is a member of the varsity basketball team and hopes to continue playing for the next 4 years at the collegiate level. September Perry is escorted by Sandy and Tip Thompson. September was an all-county musician and was the marching band's representative for the homecoming this year. After graduation, September plans to study to become a pharmacist. Carly Postel is escorted by Tim and Tammy Postel. Carly has played the clarinet for the band for 4 years. She's also a member of the CTE Honor Society and was the homecoming representative for the Cage Bird Society. Carly plans to attend college and to study oncology and hopes to one day work at St. Jude's Research Hospital. Cameron Rome is escorted by Eric and Tara Rome. Cameron was the first chair baritone in all-county for 3 years and his first chair in the Kings Mountain High School Jazz Band. He is second in the senior class and works as a server at 133 West. Cameron plans to attend Campbell University to participate in band and earn a degree in pharmaceutical science. Autumn Short is escorted by Richard and Ricky Childress. She has played the trumpet, French horn, and mellophone during her time in the band. She plans to attend Brevard College in the fall and major in fine arts and play in the wind ensemble. Taylor Smith is escorted by Kalita Williams and Glenda Tate Williams. Taylor played the clarinet in the Blazer Band. She is a 4-year member of the track and field team and was the track MVP in 2021. She plans to attend UNC Chapel Hill to study to be a CRNA. Nicholas Spencer is escorted by Ricky and Dina Spencer. Nicky played the trumpet in the Kings Mountain High School Band for 4 years. He is a member of the Beta Club, National Honor Society, and was a junior marshal last year. Nick plans to attend Campbell University to study biochemistry. Trinity Tedford is escorted by her father, A.J. Tedford. She played the trombone in the Blazer Band. Trinity plans to attend college and veterinary school to study to become a veterinarian. Hunter Turnow is escorted by Michael Turnow and Roberta Henning. Hunter plays string bass and is also a member of the drum line. He's a member of the Charlotte Youth Symphony Orchestra, Kings Mountain High School Jazz Band, and Kings Mountain High School Theater. He plans to attend college to earn a degree in music therapy. Carissa Walt is escorted by Amanda Collins and Chris Walt. Carissa was an all-star, all-district clarinet player in the 8th, 9th, and 11th grade. Carissa plans to attend North Greenville University to major in music and participation in college band. Connor Washburn is escorted by Andrew and Rachel Washburn. Connor is the Kings Mountain High School band president and member of the varsity soccer team. Connor plans to attend UNC Wilmington to study creative writing and education. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all of our senior members of the Kings Mountain Marching Mountaineers a big hand.
The halftime show was brought to you by the following sponsors: Ben Engel and On Cue Financial, Butler Tire and Auto, Audio Video Designs, KM Elite,
Conference record. Our varsity volleyball team will host
Back here at
North
John
Davidson
Gamble
and
Stadium,
Cedar
Drew
Cross
Fulton,
tomorrow in the
Craig, I was
first
about to say
round of
Craig
the
Littlejohn,
NCAA
Craig Short,
state
and
playoff.
Lamont Littlejohn back here.
$7 cash.
Halftime, we just got done with the senior stuff. Do you remember, as you a senior, was this a special night for you as a player?
Oh, yeah. Even better, though, with my children. I was thinking when I came in, I've been fortunate to have a senior football player and a senior softball player. My senior softball player is up in Virginia. She actually scored the winning run on her senior night, which was on a big honor. So, yeah, it's fun. A lot of fun.
Let's check real quickly. Any updates on our 133 West Just-in-Time Plumbing, Farm Bureau Insurance, Caldwell Banker scoreboard?
Absolutely. Third quarter score, South Point 14, Forest View 7. At the half, West Lincoln 28, East Burke 0. Halftime, Maiden 29, Lincoln 0. Halftime, Shelby 33, East Gaston 7. Halftime, Crest 20, Hunter Huss 0. 7-6, North Lincoln over West Iredale in the second quarter. It says still no score reporting from North Gaston, Stuart Kramer, or Cherryville Burns. I'm sure we'll get it later. No score reported from East Lincoln, North Iredale. I'm sure we'll get it later. And still saying 30-0 Thomas Jefferson over Highland Tech.
Lamont's back here with us. Lamont, I just asked Craig. I'm sure you remember your senior night here on this stadium.
Right.
Is it more special then, or is it more special when you were out there with your son?
Oh, it's special tonight. You know, just to be here with him and have a son. I know, Craig, you in my same shoes. To have a son to be playing for the same team you played for, you graduate with. It's just special, you know, to see him out there and just so happen playing the same position. He's much better than I was, but just playing the same position. I mean, I'm just happy that he's happy and he's leading this team. But most definitely, I don't even know if I remember my senior night. That was in November of 1994. I do remember we did lose to East Rutherford. That was our last game. We lost 14-7. We was talking to some guys. Yeah, we talking to some guys last night at the 100-year celebration, and so I know we did lose our last game. That was my last game, Coach Hitt's last game, because Ron Massey came in that next year. But yeah, I think tonight was more special for me just to see him.
Getting ready for the opening kickoff of the second half. Of course, Mountaineers opened up with the ball, and we'll kick off to.
And also, guys, I want to give a shout-out to the Kings Mountain Police Department, who does an excellent job always. And also, they have a new chief, correct?
That is right.
He just got sworn in, I believe, the other day.
Just got sworn in, so congratulations to the new chief of Kings Mountain.
Welcome
PD.
to Kings Mountain.
And just want to give those guys and ladies a shout-out.
Got a lot of a lot of people from all around the world watching.
Yeah, what we got, Drew?
I think the furthest we got right now is Havana. Supposed to be Havana, Cuba, but I'm not 100% sure if he's really there.
If he is, he better not let them know he's doing it. They're still communists.
Yeah.
On the stop, number 20 for the Mountaineers, Ja'Cory Roberts.
But wherever you are, we are certainly glad that you joined us.
And I talked to some people last night who I guess saw me and put my face and voice together, and they were just talking about how appreciative they were and they of this broadcast. You have some people who's in Georgia up from last night, Georgia, and from the Plump family, and just talking about how grateful they are, and every Friday night they're tuned in.
We appreciate that.
Most definitely.
1st and 10, flag on the play. He'll get stopped in the backfield.
And there's going to be a hold.
There's a flag down on the field.
You know, Lamont, that's why we do it. I mean, we love doing this, and I've said this every week. Drew is the one that sets all this up.
Most definitely.
And like
Most
Coach Lloyd
definitely.
doesn't like to have credit given to him, Drew doesn't like to have credit. Drew's very humble.
He is.
But he sets all this up. And
Well, I
gets
do like
everything
credit.
ready.
Y'all just never give it.
He's the wizard behind the curtain.
That's right. That's right. But Drew sets it all up. But
He does.
we love doing this, and
Most
we
definitely.
enjoy being together. We're all good friends, and we have fun watching the team play. And
Not
it's
to
a good
mention
time.
our group chat
Uh-huh.
all through the week with texts
Absolutely.
and stuff. And
Absolutely.
So just appreciate you guys.
So about 1st and 21.
1st and 21 for the Green Wave.
nope.
And he's going to get stopped in the backfield and lose even more yards.
Taven Leslie.
Yeah, my
That's Leslie again.
Stopped by number
ball carrier.
62, Eli Lipscomb.
Yeah, fellas, my niece just texted me. She's in Illinois, and she's listening tonight. Janae Pettis, who's also alumni here.
2nd and 27.
Nice.
So good that she's listening in, and she's running the show up there in Illinois. We're so proud of her.
What part of Illinois is she in?
Don't get me. I know it's somewhere close to Chicago. Janae hit me up, let me know the right time. I know she does pharmaceutical and up there, and she's running the place up there. So
There we go.
I know it's cold up there. Put it that way.
Quick
Oh.
pass out. He misses one tackle, but not able to get past the next two.
I think she's about 40 minutes from
Stopped by
Chicago.
number 40,
There you
Rodney
go.
Not sure that
Unash.
exact
Unash
time.
on the stop.
UNash on the stop. Cameron Adams came flying in there like a missile and just overran it. He almost had a play there. Good pursuit.
3rd down.
Not only did Drew set up all the computers and everything, he also brought us hot chocolate. He's such a good servant.
Yeah, she's in Haynesville, Illinois.
Haynesville, Illinois.
Yes. All right.
Nope.
Leslie's pass incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So, Drew, we saw Havana have nobody from Saudi Arabia tonight, right?
I think we have a lot of just local folks around tonight.
Good.
Into punt for the Green Wave, number 88, Diago Martinez. And deep for the Mountaineers.
Warner Robins,
Jordan
Georgia.
Nair.
There we go.
Chapin, South Carolina. Did I say that right? Chapin?
I think you're right.
You did.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
He does get the kickoff, and it is high, but not very deep.
Bless.
So the Mountaineers will take over 1st and 10 around their own around
Mountaineers
the
will take over
30-yard
1st and
line.
10. We have
Do got a player on the field, look like number 9.
Jameer Fox is down.
That's the number 2 halfback
Yeah,
for this offense.
he's
Hope
a
he-
stud as well.
Hope he's okay.
Most definitely.
How critical, guys, is it to lose a valuable player this late in the season?
Very.
Not
Very
saying
critical.
we hope he's not
Right.
lost for
No.
them.
Yeah, he's
but
back
when
up
that
walking.
happens, especially this late in the season,
Well, remember, we lost AJ last year, and we lost AJ to the forestry. Who did we play last week? Stuart Kramer. And you remember, AJ couldn't play Ashbrook. He was out the entire year. So you see what that did to our defense. Even though we made a deep run to the 3rd round, not having your leader out there, that hurt us.
Lost Robert Kendrick, too.
We sure did.
To answer your question, too, Drew, like Lamont is saying.
And Caleb Holland.
Caleb Holland,
Yep.
yes. It hurts because not only because you need them playing, but
right.
sometimes it gets in the mind of the guys playing, and they feel like, they recognize that void.
Right.
Quick speed
Zay.
sweep around the left
He
side.
should have turned it up.
Yeah.
And flag on the play.
Yeah, he should have
Zay
turned it
Smith
up.
on the carry, stopped by number 8.
They're going to call holding.
Flag down on the field.
It is in the holding area. And that's what it is, holding against the Mountaineers.
White hat threw that one, so he's behind the play.
So
it should be about 1st and 20.
Penalty. 1st and 20 for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, that one was right on the line of scrimmage.
From the Greenwave 40-yard line.
I say it all the time, that's the worst penalty in high school football because it is a spot foul. 10 yards from the spot.
Jeffrey's the ball carrier right up the middle. A little bit of running room, but he's quickly met by the Greenwave. And looks like maybe another Ashbrook player a little slow to get up.
Devin Biggers.
You get a few yards on the play. Bring up about 2nd and 16.
2nd and 16 for the Mountaineers.
Little John looking for a receiver downfield all the way to the end zone, overthrown. Bring up 3rd down. Brown was the intended receiver.
Yeah, he was well covered. That may have been good that he basically threw that away.
I'm going to say that's what he was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Overthrow it.
just live to play
another day. Or another down. Yep.
Exactly. And not try to force that in.
Drew, I was just watching our wonderful cheerleaders down here below us execute a stunt where they threw each other up in the air, threw up in the air. And I was wondering, do you think me and you and Lamont could pull that off?
Well, I think they call that the flyer position.
Yeah.
Which one of us between the three has got to be a flyer? We might get my son over there. He would be the best, I guess.
Good play to Jake.
Jake
Good
Lloyd
block
from
out
30
front.
all the way up to the 20. He's
call
got
it
run out.
Oh my! I can't even talk.
God.
If they call this, if they call this on spikes, Greg Lloyd and Coach Cruz may absolutely lose their mind.
You gotta be kidding
That
me.
is unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It is.
That is horrible. He is inside the numbers.
Right.
He is inside the guy's frame, and he is blocking him. He didn't turn him. He didn't try to get away from him. I just saw him move his hands back and forth like no. That is a horrible. I'm sorry. I'm going to hush. Gosh,
So
almighty.
3rd and 18. 3rd and bus ride.
This guy on this side has called that
Yeah.
so many times
He
tonight
has.
at critical times.
I see he's getting an earful by several coaches down there. Little John, once again, 3-step drop. Finds a receiver. That's fat. He's going to get run out of bounds.
I mean, but he won't call that, though. He won't call that,
This guy must call. I'm telling you, this guy must be a rookie.
Yeah.
Coach Lloyd gave him a earful on that one.
Yeah.
He's awful.
And so I think he has in his mind, I don't want to prejudge him. But again, when a coach has been on you, I guess he said, you know what, I'm not calling anything. I'm not giving you anything. That's not fair.
I don't understand
I don't
why
either.
he thinks he can call that holding. I swear I don't. That is twice tonight he has made that type of call.
Right.
He made the same thing on Fat. It was Fat blocked the guy the same way.
Exactly.
Inside the frame, he did not impede his progress. That is not holding. And that's what Coach Lloyd and Coach Cruz are talking to him about, and that's just not holding. I'm sorry.
It's not.
He's also the guy that called illegal procedure when we shifted our line of scrimmage.
Right.
Or our lineman on the line of scrimmage.
Trey Holland, the injured player down for Ashbrook. They're tending to him. Hopefully that's not serious.
The bottom of the 4th. Padres 1, Phillies 1.
Unreal. I'm sorry. I can't.
And when you do things like that, it really messes with the flow of the game.
Well, I'm gonna give Terry Prince credit for something he said to me. He made mention, like in the South Point game.
Yeah.
He said, "Did you notice how in that game there weren't a lot of penalties?" And I said, "Yes." He said they let the men play. They let them play. He said unless it was just blatant, they didn't call it.
I know they didn't call the push off twice.
They didn't call the push off twice. That's right. Or the block in the back over there on that
Exactly.
one. But to his point, if you think back to that game, there were not a lot of penalties thrown on either side.
And that's true.
They let them play.
Right. And I think they understood the magnitude
of
that game.
They did.
Yeah.
And you know, when we notice you as an official, that's not a good night.
No.
We don't need to notice you.
Exactly.
I mean, that's not a good night.
Ball resting at the 32
I don't understand it.
Of the Greenwave.
So 4th and 12, Mountaineers will keep their offense out there. They go in a bunch formation.
Inside.
Come back to the left side. That's
There you go,
Jeffries. He's got the
Jeffries.
first down and a touchdown. Mountaineers.
Mountaineers, Freddie Jeffries.
I love that play.
Little behind the back Statue of Liberty
I
play
love that
kind of.
play.
Too.
Teddy kicked it into a new level right there, or a
Exactly.
new gear, I should say, as he got loose.
Well, pretty much the entire Ashbrook defense fell for it, and they flew left to the ball,
Yeah.
or the left side, which they thought the play was running.
We needed that touchdown, fellas.
The kick is up.
Ooh, I ain't so sure we got that ball on the tee.
Wow.
So the Mountaineers lead 35-7. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more Mountaineer football right after this. Don't go anywhere.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
In
Back
the fourth
here,
round.
John Gamble Stadium, still
Jeez.
Mountaineers still lead 35-7. Put another 7 points up on the board here in the third quarter. Glad you could join us wherever you are. I lost my money. Tommy is not by his fire pit tonight. Said it was way too cold. And he is inside. But he's obviously listening to us.
He is.
most definitely.
Michael hit me up, too, and said that he was working. I think that was a jab at Tommy. He said, I'm working.
Right.
But Tommy's in the basement watching y'all in the Padres.
Yeah, one of my neighbors, Chris Williams, he just hit me up. He's watching. He's at home, but he's watching as well.
Appreciate you, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Ball will go out of bounds, so it'll bring it to the 35 unless they want to re-kick. And I would suspect that they probably do not.
Yeah.
Ashbrook will take over first and 10.
Because if we do, we're kicking it deep then.
Yes, we are.
Nice to have options.
Isn't it, though?
It is.
First and 10, Ashbrook will come back out, still trying to put another score on the board.
First and 10 for the Greenwave from the 35-yard line.
Do they keep running, guys, or do they start throwing?
I don't know that they can throw well enough to throw a lot, Lamont, to be honest with you.
True.
Handoff, Moss over on the left side. He'll manage to maybe get 6. They might give him 7 on the carry.
I think to your point, Lamont, I think they would they know they need to. They won't they just don't have that ability. They're not built for that.
They're not built for that. That's right. That's their just like the Lakers are not built to shoot the ball.
That's pretty bad in
Oh
basketball.
my
isn't it?
God. They not, if it's not 10-foot and layups, they can't even hardly make that either.
Second down and 3.
Mountaineer pressure coming, a little quick pass out to the flats. He's met by the Mountaineers, but not before the first down.
Pass complete to number 12.
And that's what they've been completing, like them little short pass, the books, the lightning.
First and 10
We just got to stay disciplined and make sure we don't let either one of those receivers behind us or take an incorrect angle at tackling.
I agree with you. I think the only thing that hurt us is on a pass play is a busted play like they scored on.
Right.
Bess off the left side. He'll get tackled in the backfield, lose about 4.
Guys, I'm impressed how we have really contained Bess. I mean, I think he had that one long run.
Yeah.
But Carmelo, he's a beast. And for us to have contained him like this tonight, I'm impressed with our defensive line.
I agree with you. And Lamont, something that surprises me is he had the one run on an off tackle and more of an inside run.
And they hadn't that to it.
And what they've done with him, what they've done with him is what they did right there. They ran him on like a speed into the boundary.
Right.
He's good. Get him. I mean,
he hits that hole.
He hits the hole. I'm with you.
Quick. And my thing is, why are you not running him off that tackle?
I don't know, because we're getting down the line so there's nothing to run in.
Well, maybe they heard us.
That's right. Even right there, he gave him like 3 yards.
Yeah,
I mean,
was that more of off tackle, more of ISO?
That was more of an ISO like there, but they've got more success, in my opinion, with that. I don't know why they're trying to get to the edge.
I don't either, because we're too quick.
We're too quick.
Yeah.
3rd and 11 for the Green Wave.
3rd down for Ashbrook.
Now they're moving him out to the slot, going empty. Or maybe he's coming back. Well, he's getting a play.
Jamar Fox, he was the one that went down on the turf earlier, so he's back in the game. The empty backfield, he'll drop back to pass, but he's under pressure by the Mountaineers. He's able to get the ball off, but incomplete. It was low.
We played that very well.
We did, and I'm telling you, he just doesn't have a strong arm.
Yeah. That was a good call. I know Coach Brown is the DB coach, and Coach Wilson, of course, defense coordinator. You see how everybody dropped back?
Yeah.
More like a zone, daring him to throw.
Well, and that's what I'm saying too. Yeah. He's not going to get it past us.
No, we could play a cover 2 on him.
Yeah,
all night because it's not going to happen.
No, he's going to have to throw everything underneath.
Exactly.
The only thing that's going to help them there is because if they do run us off,
right,
he's got the ability to scramble if he can get loose.
Right.
Punt straight up
Peter,
in the air.
Get away.
And nailed down at around the 40-yard line, so the Mountaineers will take over 1st and 10 right from there. And this is one thing I'm noticing, guys, when they switch from that punt team to their offense, I think they switched 3 guys for Ashbrook.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Mountaineers.
I believe you're right.
40-yard line, 5:23 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's 35-7 Mountaineers.
So the Mountaineers come up with a 3-receiver set. Handoff right up the middle. That's Holland. He's got some running room across the 50.
Caleb Holland on the carry. That's enough for
That's a good 15-yard carry and a 1st down.
Sanders Moss on the stop. 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers from the 42-yard line.
Great blocking by the Mountaineer O-line tonight.
Those running backs love holes like that. It's easy
Most
to run
definitely.
up in there when it's opened up like that.
I know Coach Cruz is happy about that.
Absolutely. Get inside. There you go.
That's right. Ooh, big hit. Number 19 is a good-looking
Good play
kid.
by Cam. Yeah, that Mayfield kid, he's made several plays.
Man, he's a good-looking
He's only a sophomore.
Wow. Hey, listen, when I didn't make it to the JV game last night, but just looking on someone Facebook Live, their JV team, they're big as well.
Yeah, they're playing. I'm telling you, most of what they've got are kids from Southwest and York Chester.
Yep.
And Southwest was in the championship last year, and York Chester was very quick.
Right, they're huge.
I mean, they've got a good system. Two good teams feeding them if they can just keep them in there and keep them playing.
The Ashbrook and Hunter Huss teams may be coming back.
They could be. They've got good middle school athletes feeding them.
Right.
Mountaineers pull a lineman and big 1st down carry. Holland, the ball carrier.
Now, what does Holbrook? Where they feed into?
Holbrook feeds. There's a tiny bit of them that come over to North Gaston.
Okay.
Most of them go to, well, I won't say most. They split between Forest View and
Stuart Kramer?
Forest View and Huss.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Because, Holbrook, they got defeated by Belmont. Yeah, in the championship. But Holbrook has a good
Holbrook
team.
had 28 eighth graders
Right.
on their team this year.
Right.
And that championship went down to the last play, and Belmont won by a point. It was a good game.
Yeah, I know that one of the former quarterbacks here, Lance McClain, which
Jeffrey's
is
the ball
Timmy's little
carrier.
brother.
On the carry, number 21, Teddy Jeffrey.
His son is quarterback over there. So
They were really good, both of them.
They got a good running back over there as well.
Yes.
2nd and 12.
Loss of 2, bring up 2nd and 12.
I misspoke. I don't know what I was saying. I just thought to myself again, they don't feed Huss, they feed Ashbrook.
Ashbrook.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Holbrook.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, wow. They got something coming there.
Yeah, they'll be up here. They were big, too. Some of them go to Stewart.
Double tight.
Yeah, thank you, Terry. I just corrected myself. Thank you.
Quick whistle, timeout, Mountaineers. They'll take their first timeout. And so will we. We'll be back with more Mountaineer football. Stay with us right after this. KMHS Sports.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction.
KMHS Sports right here on YouTube. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Great night. There is fall in the air. There is definitely a chill in the air. Looking at some more, we've got Orlando Curry out in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
There we go.
Watching this.
Thank you, Mr. Curry.
Also got a shout out from
Pigeon
Melissa
Forge, Tennessee.
Rabin, watching with her children.
Rutherford County, Pigeon Forge again.
Where's Melissa?
Melissa, I think she's right. She didn't give me.
She just around here?
I think she may be in Kings Mountain.
Did you just say Pigeon Forge?
Pigeon Forge.
There we go.
And the big town of Earl.
There
Shout
we
out
go.
from Earl. Mountaineers over on the left side trying to get up to the 30. He's going to miss it by a yard or so. That's Teddy Jeffries. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Ashbrook had that played really well. They strung that all the way over to the boundary here. Great play by them.
A loss of a yard, 3rd and 13.
And guys, Ashbrook hasn't quit this game.
No,
they're still in it 100%. Little John back to throw, has a receiver.
Oh!
He's caught.
Wow.
Touchdown.
Wow.
That's touchdown.
What a catch, what a pass. He made up. I think he made up for that drop pass earlier.
Oh, man, what a great catch by Fat.
Wow.
I hope his people don't mind if we call him by his nickname. I just like his nickname. Man, great catch by Fat. Good ball by Lamont.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say something else. That defensive back had that played well.
He did.
I mean, he had good coverage on that play.
He put it in the right spot,
But
and Fat made a heck
He
of a
made
catch.
a heck of a catch.
Wow. But he was not going to drop that one.
No.
Isn't it
I told you.
something?
I said he'd get another one.
But isn't that how it works with the game? Like, you'll drop a wide open one, and then the one
Had
that's
to
like
struggle.
just crazy to catch. Wow, that might
So
be
the
one to
extra
catch of
point
the year.
was no good.
It wasn't.
It was off slightly. 2:02 to go still here in the 3rd. 41-7, the Mountaineers lead. Let's take a little break. We'll be right back. More Mountaineer football after this. Don't go anywhere.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, Drew Fulton, Lamont Littlejohn, Craig Short. Mountaineers able to put 6 more up on the board, 41-7 here on senior night. Trying to make this senior night a little extra special for the Mountaineers. In a minute, we'll try to check our scoreboard, see if we have any upsets or blowouts going on in the area. We kick it deep this time, and it goes out of bounds and bring it right up to the 35. So Ashbrook will take over the same place they did last time, 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
Against the Mountaineers as the ball goes out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
And just a real quick scoreboard update. Any scores around the area that look interesting?
Well, we've got an update because the last time we had this one, it was 14-7. Now South Point's up 35-7 over Forest View. West Lincoln's up 42-6 over East Burke. Maiden 29-6 over Lincolnton. Shelby 47-7 over East Gaston. Crest and Huss are still 20-0 Crest. And North Lincoln is down 7-12 to West Iredale. East Lincoln's up 13-0 over North Iredale. And that's it. I'm looking for the Burns score. When I get it, I'll update.
A little bit of running room over on the left side.
I'm just impressed by these Ashbrook running backs, man. I mean, I think they're about what was that number 9 who ran that ball this time?
Yeah, like Drew
said, 4 and 9.
Yeah,
right?
he's one of the ones that'll run it as well, obviously.
Yeah. And good size, man. And they keep their legs moving.
Junior 5'10".
Right.
I do not have his weight.
Ashbrook gonna be scary next year. And I'm again, man. They're gonna be problems for somebody in the playoffs, 1st, 2nd round.
If they determine they really want to play and they get after it, yes,
Right.
they're going to be able to make some damage or cause some damage.
Yeah. And I don't care if nobody says this is the toughest conference, I think, in the 3A. When you look at really just athleticism, when you look at just the total makeup of team size, quickness, all that, you got to put our conference up there at one of the best conferences.
I agree. I mean, right now, there's still 3 teams in the top, ranked in the top 10 in the state of North Carolina.
Right.
With us, South Point Crest, out of one conference.
Leslie back to throw under a lot of pressure. Has a pretty good receiver, but Mountaineers break it up. That's
Good job by
Lloyd.
Jake. Good job by Jake.
And quick. That's a quick 4th down for Ashbrook.
Yeah.
So 4th and 5. Mountaineers will get another opportunity here in the 3rd quarter with a possession.
Missouri and Lanier deep for the Mountaineers.
Want to thank Coach Bell, Coach Adams once again. It was great to have them visit with us. And
Most
hopefully
definitely.
Got another block.
Little block.
Wow. Good field position.
Mountaineers will take over for 1st and 10 right there at the 35.
After the block punt, Mountaineers take over.
Chris is now up 33-0 over Hunter Huss. Bunker Hill's beating Newton Conover 35-20. East Lincoln is winning 50-0 over North Iredale. Got those couple of updates. I found those on Max Preps. And I'll update more from around here if I see them. I've been updating from the Gazette, and some of those are not updating.
Teddy Jeffries the back this time. Little John calls the signals. Student body left. Jeffries trying to find a little running room. He does. He gets maybe 4 or 5 out of it.
Max Preps has Burns up 43-0 at the half over Cherryville.
On the stop, number 7, Devon Vickers. A gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 for the Mountaineers.
Jeffrey still in at running back. Fakes the handoff. Little John looking down to the end zone again. Man open. Did he get it?
Yeah, he did. That's a great adjustment by Sanders.
Great adjustment. He threw
all the
a
way
back
down
shoulder.
to around the 4.
He threw a back shoulder. Great job by Quay.
He came back to the ball, so that was a great play.
So first and goal from the 3-yard line.
For the Mountaineers. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter.
And that'll wind up the third quarter. The Mountaineers
Ashbrook 7.
lead it 41-7 and threatening to put 6 more on the board. We'll take a pause. We'll be back here, KMHS Sports. We'll be right back after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction.
Back here at John Campbell Stadium, getting ready for the fourth quarter of action. Mountaineers trying to get that 9th win on the season, all set up for that big showdown in the other side of the county with Crest next week. This game's not over yet, but you know that is the game that we've kind of had circled, you know, as far as conference goes all year long, and it's come down to Kings Mountain or Crest.
Right. It's going to be a big game next week.
We'll remind our fans, too, you know, Crest and Burns are both doing a lot of construction. They're building auditoriums.
Right.
And so the parking is at a premium. I think on the visitor side, the parking's still really, really good, but I know that it's going to be a packed house. Right. They bring a good crowd. We'll bring a good crowd. So
I get there at 4, so I usually don't have a lot of trouble.
You're good.
First and goal from the 3-yard line for the Mountaineers.
First and goal from the 3.
Reverse to Sanders. Touchdown.
Yeah,
touchdown, Mountaineers.
That's a great call. You know what's beautiful about that play is they see us run that heavy package and feed the rock inside or run a little toss. That reverse is a new wrinkle. Great call.
Jaden Ellis will attempt the extra point. I will say this, and before I say it, I'll knock on wood. You know, we get out of this game at 9-0. If we happen to win next week, that's 10-0. What year were the Mountaineers last time that we were 10-0?
Was it like 62?
64.
So I was close. It wasn't that around the time Steve Baker was on the team?
It was Steve Baker.
Yes.
Yep.
Shout out to Steve Baker. He told me that.
We got a great interview with him coming up at the Crest game.
Oh, that's good. That'll be good.
So the Mountaineers go up 48-7 here as we start the fourth quarter. Guys, give me your impressions. We've seen 3 quarters of football so far. How do we look?
Lamont, I'll let you go first. It's your night because it's senior night.
And I'll set you up. Right. You know, to me, and we said this the other week, this tonight has been one of those occasions that we have played to our potential in all 3 phases of the game.
Most definitely.
Defense, special teams, offense. I mean, we've not let down any. We've not played down to any opponents. We've come out. We showed them we wanted a game, you know, from the first whistle. And if it keeps going, it'll be the last whistle.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I think, you know, other than, you know, just making, you know, taking a wrong angle and they got behind us with that pass. But other than that, I was very impressed when they broke that long pass and got in their red zone, and we was able to stop them and turn the ball over. So I think we've been strong in all 3 phases of the game tonight. And that's huge because this could be a trap game for us looking, you know, ahead for Crest. And I'm so glad we didn't.
Well, I agree with you, Lamont, both of you. I think we've played well on all 3 phases, and tonight we've even overcome a few little minor mistakes. But, Lamont, I think like what you just said, I think it goes back to what we pointed out. This team has been focused.
Yep, they have.
And I know I keep saying that, but they have, and that's a testament to the coaches getting them ready,
right,
and the players buying into what they're telling them to do.
And I know
Ashbrook's a good team.
They are a good team.
The losses that they've had have been close. You know, they lost 2 touchdowns to South Point, lost just 2 touchdowns to T.C. Robinson, or one touchdown to West Meck. They could have easily beat Forest View. I mean, they should theoretically be one of the better teams that we play in conference.
I agree.
Correct.
And if you'll remember, that South Point game was 21-19 for a little while. I mean, it was close.
Right.
Was it not? I mean, didn't they score 19 in that game?
Oh, they
go
did.
back and look.
Yeah, it was 21-19 because you and I.
It's 14-7 at half.
Yeah, you and I looked at each other like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 14-7 at half.
And I said then we're going to have a game next week against Ashbrook.
Yeah.
But again, I just think it was hard for Southport to get back up. I think so much went into that Southport Kings Mountain game. We came out flat last week against Stuart Kramer, and it's hard to get up after a big game like that.
Right up the middle, able to get a little running room.
Carmelo Bess on the carry.
That's Bess again on the carry.
Stopped by Javore Curry.
Bring up third and about 6.
6 for the Greenwave.
Got a smart
The
lady
boss
right
is
there.
here.
No, she's
Greatness
smart.
has entered the booth.
Leslie back to pass over the head
Yeah.
of his receiver Moss,
Receiver Sanders Moss.
and another quick.
I don't think
Fourth down.
I don't think they're going to punt it. I mean, I don't know why you would. It's going to be about the same.
Andre Willis on the coverage.
And
He is down for the moment.
Andre's down from coming up on that hit.
You remember at Forest View, he went down with his back.
Yeah.
Hope he didn't re-aggravate that. But that was a hard collision.
so they'll tend to him. We'll take a break right quick. We'll be back with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
He's a perfection.
Back here at John Gamble Stadium,
Fourth down and 6 as play
they've
resumed.
tended to him. He's off the field. We'll see if we can't see exactly what his condition is on the sidelines when we're able to. And I think Ashbrook has decided to go ahead and punt this time.
Yeah. They got a timeout.
And timeout Ashbrook.
Timeout. Ashbrook.
So they'll take their first timeout. We'll stay here. Let's talk about next week.
Yeah.
How big of a game is this? Theoretically, without next week's win, we could go into a 3-way tie.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, and I think our guys would be ready. We know what we have to do. We have to shut down that passing game, and not only just Green, but they got a couple other receivers there. I think a kid named Addison and another kid, of course, A.J. Adams, who's the younger brother of Maury Adams, who absolutely ran all over us last year. He's at Davidson doing a great job there. But we have to be laser focused, and I know Coach Brown, Coach Wilson will have that secondary ready, but also he has to have time to pass. And I think that next week's game would be one in the trenches. I just think that our defensive line has to rise to the occasion again, and I believe they will.
Drew, I agree with that, and I will tell you too, we want to win. I'd love to finish 10-0. There's a lot on the line.
Right.
If there is a 3-way tie, hang on a minute. Let's see what you do on this play.
Looks like Kings Mountain wants a tall timeout. I don't think they were in position. They had three
Well,
receivers.
they weren't,
far.
but Coach Lloyd was calling timeout.
Yeah,
I mean, he literally had to run down here
Right.
in front of our friend again,
Same one.
who's not paying attention. I mean, anyway, go back. They're doing. I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you.
I
Coach.
digress.
Almighty, I
I'm
mean,
about to bring out a scripture.
Greg had to, yes. Greg hadn't run that fast since he played in high school. Well, I take that back. He did run a sprint down here on this field one night and blew his thigh out and
Are
lost
you
his keys.
serious?
Yeah, it's funny. I'll tell that
Oh,
story
man.
another day. Anyway, if there's a three-way tie, they don't do it on drawing anymore. They do it on the power rankings.
Okay.
So even if we lose the game, it can affect it based
Right.
on how South Point wins tonight and next week.
Right.
But we might still be okay. I don't want to count
Right.
chickens or
Right.
jinx us.
Right.
But we could still be okay
Right.
seeding wise, even if we don't get a good don't get the one next week.
Right.
But it's going to be tough. There's
It's
a lot
gonna
on
be
the
tough,
line.
man.
Crest is wanting to.
And it's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
Throw everything out the window.
They want to be quote
yeah.
unquote tied.
Exactly.
So with us, so
And Crest, I know they have everything to prove that
Yeah,
they can
absolutely.
play with us.
Ball on the ground for Ashbrook. They cover it up.
Oh.
yeah, no, don't run. Just lay on the ball.
Yeah.
Fumble
I
recovered
think
by the
we was in
They're going to
NFL.
give
He
it
can
Kings
pick it up.
Mountain. I was the official was kind of delayed
He
to
was.
what he was going to call.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know. I'm just ready to get away from them.
Right.
First and 10 for the Mountaineers.
So first and 10, the offense will come back on the line.
41-yard line of the Green Wave.
And Lamont's night is done.
Right.
Great night, Lamont Senior.
Yes, sir.
Feemster's in the game. We've got our backup quarterback, TJ Armstrong is in the game. Got Ethan Guy at up back. That's our Roy and Liz back.
And the Mountaineers will burn their last time out. I'm not sure that they were in exactly the position they wanted to be in.
No, they weren't, and I think this is smart. I mean, to be able to get some guys in and get exactly what you want.
And we want to be healthy going into next week's game.
Yes.
So that's the main thing. And Coach Lloyd, we have class. We're not going to try to run the score up and all that stuff.
No, we don't. Greg doesn't do that kind of
No,
stuff.
we don't need to do that.
He's trying to get out of this
Let's
too.
get a win, and let's get out of here healthy.
Any new scores on our scoreboard update?
The last I saw, I got a few. We've got Lincolnton is still down to Maiden 35-6. Forest View is now up 42-7 over South Point. Shelby's up 61-7 over East Gaston. West Lincoln 49-12 over East Burke. North Lincoln's taking the lead over West Iredale 15-12. No score, Stuart Kramer and North Gaston. Crest is up 33-0 over Hunter Huss.
Handoff right up the middle, across the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Michael Ward. First time we've seen him tonight.
A gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
I'm going to say we're going to get a big dose of run trying to get out of here.
Most definitely.
A run followed by a run, followed by a run.
Crest 40, Huss nothing.
Armstrong, the handoff, quickly met in the backfield.
Michael Ward stopped by number 30.
Bring up a
Wesley
third
Floyd.
down.
Third down.
Third and 5 for the Mountaineers. Ward will come out.
Don't like Micah getting up moving his arm that way. We need him at linebacker.
Exactly. He seemed to be all right.
Got Josiah Hill in the backfield.
Yep.
JV
running back. He's a,
Hill with a small hole. Depends on where they mark it. I think he's going to be about 2 yards short and bring up a fourth down.
4th and a little over 2 yards.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
First
Craig.
down.
If we do score a touchdown on this drive, that will put us in a running clock for sure.
They
right?
can, yes, and I think they would probably do it
Right.
because it's more if you're up 42 or more.
Right. Run.
Right up the middle. He found a hole. Gets the first
On
down.
the carry, number 31,
Just about said
Tyler
gots the first
McIntyre,
down.
And that's enough for a Mountaineer.
1st and 10, Kings Mountain.
On the stop, number
Subbing
4,
out the offensive line.
1st and 10 for the
Those young men,
Mountaineers.
those
Ball
starters
marked
played
at the
well tonight,
45-yard line.
as they always have.
Number 31, I think did he call him out? Did he say McIntyre?
I thought he did too. I thought that was Hill.
I think he'll maybe 32.
Great job for Spikes, Jackson, Smith, Lubis, Estridge.
He's 32.
I agree with you, Drew.
Yeah.
Yes, Josiah's wearing 32. You're
Okay.
right. I didn't know 31.
So
I'm sorry.
That's the other JV
That's the other
running
JV
back.
running back, yeah.
And they are
McIntyre on the carry.
and they do an excellent job on Thursday nights. So again, we're no shortage of running backs, guys.
A gain of 3, 2nd down 7 for the Mountaineers.
2nd and 7. Junior varsity, of course, they are undefeated as well.
Right.
8-0.
Right. Last game on Thursday against Crest. Crest comes here.
Hope we have a big crowd for that JV game. That'll be good atmosphere.
Absolutely.
That JV game between they and Crest the last couple of years, there've been some dog fights.
It has been.
3 receivers set. Pistol position. Hand the ball off right up the middle, but he's met quickly and thrown down.
McIntyre on the carry. Stopped by Wesley Floyd.
He'll lose a yard,
Bring
so
up 3rd and
3rd and 8.
Is that Cam, number 17?
Yeah.
If they can get him on the corner. Get out.
Tries to make it to the edge, but not able to do so. He might get Cameron Adams might gets a yard on the carry, bring up a 4th down.
If he didn't do a stutter step, he would have hit that hole.
He'll
You know,
learn.
but he wants to get outside, though. If he would have hit that hole, I think he would have at least got 5 or 6 yards.
I'm going to tell you, even on his stutter step right there and trying to get out, you can see how quick he is.
That was a shoestring tackle,
Yeah.
so he almost got around that end.
Offense will stay out there. Hand the ball off left side on his feet, but he's met by a brick wall,
Cameron
a
Adams
green
on the
brick
carry.
wall, and turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs. 1st
You
and
might could
10
even say, Drew, he was
for
hit by a
Ashbrook.
green wave.
Yeah.
Which is exactly how they got their name.
Where's
That's
my
right.
drum set at?
Hey, there's only one room for one comedian on this crew.
You know, we never did figure out who would do the flying move down there, and I just like to say that I believe that with a lot of effort and determination, we could probably not throw any of us up in the air.
Right.
Without pulling something major.
Exactly.
That would require 2 or 3 weeks of
Rehab.
rehab.
Sarah's close by. She could help take care of us.
I think we have a Greenwave down, y'all.
Uh-oh.
We do. He tried to make it to the sidelines. I believe that is number 7.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, that's a good player.
Yeah, you want them to get out.
He's pointing at his leg.
Want them to get out of here.
I think he's having an
Healthy.
issue with his knee. Yeah, that is number 7. Biggers,
Timeout for injury.
senior, 6'1", 220 pound.
He's a problem.
He is.
So let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more Mountaineer football. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. KUMHS Sports right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction.
Back here, Mountaineers lead 48-7, still tending to the young man on the Forest sidelines. I believe they're trying to get him up now and give him assistance and help him off. Quick question. You know, we start out the beginning of the year in very hot temperatures. We end up in the cold weather. It's starting to come on now. Does the play call change? Do you change anything? Is there differences that you don't want to run in cold weather that you would in warmer?
Well, the key is you want to run because that ball gets hard with your receivers. And so I think if you have a good running game, especially deep in the playoffs, that proves to be good. Again, you know, with these gloves and everything, they have hand warmers. I think we're good to go. But I think you just stay with your game plan. You know, you don't let the weather affect you. But, yeah, it could have an effect with your receivers because that football becomes hard the colder it gets.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. And, you know, it can be tougher, but I can honestly say from coaching and getting kids ready, and they want it to be cooler.
Right.
Because it doesn't wear you out as much. Obviously, it's easier to practice.
Right. Less cramping.
That's right.
Yeah. And you know as well as I know, when you're down on that field, that's why you can see some of these guys.
There he goes.
Yep.
Bess has a hole.
That's what we're talking about.
I'm not sure if we can stop him or not.
No,
he crosses the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Ashbrook.
But, you know, I figured that was going to happen against our backups. He's just too good of a runner.
We said that earlier. I mean,
Right.
That's what you got to do with him.
Yep.
I know he's quick around the edge, but when you've got a defense that can get out there to the edge with him, you're not going to get him loose.
Right.
In the middle and get into open spaces where it's going to happen, and that's where he proved it.
Exactly.
He had another gear right there, and he shows you why he's so special.
Oh, yeah. But I'm glad that, you know, they understand we got to live and play another game. We got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
And it's good to get these other kids in here and get them some playing time as well.
He's a senior this year, so thank goodness we won't have to look for him next year. Kick is up, and it is barely through, but it does go through. So they'll put 14 on the board, 48-14, Mountaineers lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back here, KMHS Sports, right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
I think, you know.
Back here at John Gamble Stadium.
Right.
Getting ready for 5 minutes, 38 seconds left to go. I should have brought my hand warmers. We should have gone to see if we can get a sponsorship to the Family Dollar or Dollar General, get some of those hand warmers.
Well, you know what? You bring up the Dollar General. That's actually where I was talking to Steve Baker when he was telling me that he was on that undefeated team.
Right.
So there's a plug to the Dollar General on
And Steve Baker.
And Steve Baker.
And the 64 team.
Steve Baker was a long-time teacher here at Kings
Right.
Mountain High School.
He was.
Good man. Think a lot of him. Hope he's listening.
Ashbrook prepares to kick it short. We'll take it across the 40, but not much further, maybe the 42-yard line. Mountaineers will take up a 1st and 10 from there.
Drew, I think that was very kind. I don't think they prepared to kick it short. I think that's just the best he could do.
Right.
I'm gonna say that.
I just stated the fact. It was a short kick.
I'm just messing with you. I thought it was funny.
Those two hats for George Harris and his son.
So the Mountaineers start over 1st and 10. They'll take another shot at it. They're 42. Trying to get to the edge. A little running room up the middle. He might get 3 out of it.
Cameron Adams on the carry.
We've got our 2nd string in, but Ashbrook does not.
No.
A gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6. Still some Ashbrook faithful over on the visitor side. Bundled up.
Oh, yeah. parents are there making sure they watch the children. That's great
right.
to support them.
Adams on
Gain
the
of
carry.
2 for Adams.
Stopped by number 7, Devon Biggers.
Biggers on the stop. He was the young man that was down earlier, so he's back in the game for Ashbrook. 3rd and about 4. Three receivers set. Handoff once again to the right side. He'll make the corner.
Turn up.
He'll get close to the first down.
He fumbled, and then he's
The
down.
fumble.
Did they mark him down?
No,
So Ashbrook will take over 1st and 10.
he put his hat right on the ball, and it came out.
Greenwave.
It was clean.
Yeah, I think they're going to put some of our starters back in. Possibly. Maybe see Jai in there.
3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
1st and 10 for Ashbrook.
They're running another quarterback too. They got Clee Phillips running QB now.
Quick whistles.
False start.
Illegal procedure against Ashbrook.
5-yard penalty. 1st and 15.
So 1st and 15. Guys, any big plans for over the weekend? The fair's not in town.
No, so disappointed.
Besides having some great elite action here tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have no big plans.
Fox trying to make it to the outside. Flag on the play.
Yeah, gonna call
He'll get brought down about 2 yards.
75
Line of
for
scrimmage.
hold.
Holding, yeah.
Number 7, Jason Melton, holding
Mr. Jalen Dickey.
Ashbrook.
Jalen pulled our guy to the ground, pulled Antonio down to the ground. Can't do that, Jalen. But you know, you get whooped, sometimes you have to do it.
That's right. And Antonio, man, Armstrong, number 11, he's only a sophomore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
We got a lot, so you.
yeah, we're only losing 2 on defense.
Yeah.
That's AJ and SJ. And so we're reloaded. We got a big junior class, though.
Handoff once again up the middle. Pretty good running hole. He'll gain maybe 5 or 6 on the carry. Bring up 2nd down.
On the carry,
Big hit by Jakari Roberts.
Number 20, Jakari Roberts. 2nd down.
Clock continues to run, which is exactly what we wanted to do. 4 receivers set. Handoff met in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Bring up 3rd down. And a taxi cab ride.
Number 11, Antonio Armstrong on the side.
That was number 99, William Vaughn, back there, too. He looks good on JV as well.
Isn't he a freshman?
He's just a freshman. Yeah, he looks good. He's a big kid, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's only a freshman. He looks real good.
And timeout, Ashbrook. They'll take their 2nd timeout. And so will we. Let's step away. We'll be back with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction,
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, Craig Short, Lamont Littlejohn. We missed Jeff Johnson tonight. We hope to have him back next week. We miss when we don't have the sideline reports.
I know it.
Tell me what the weather is going to be next Friday night.
Right now, the Weather Channel says it's going to be a high of 71 and a low of 51. So just probably
that's not
Man,
bad.
the backfield flag on the play.
That's not bad at all.
No, so just a sweatshirt kind of night.
Right.
We'll check it through the week.
Tonight is what? Is it? Are we in the low 40s tonight?
Yeah, and tonight the low is going to be 35. So
what are we at now?
Right now, currently, we are sitting, according to the Weather Channel, at 46 degrees.
Okay, so if we're about 55, 57 next week, we shouldn't be too bad.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Get us like a good hoodie. We'll be all right.
Right.
So they do get the holding call, but the Mountaineers decline it and go to fourth down.
That was huge with this defense. Good stop. Good adjustments made by Coach Wilson and his staff.
I agree. We end up, if we get the ball back, I think maybe 1 or 2 first downs, we'll be done.
Yeah.
Might even just be 1 after this punt.
Right.
Depending on transition.
Snap a little low. He gets the ball off.
We didn't even have him back for return.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't even going to take a chance.
Right there at the 40-yard line. The Mountaineers will take over 1st and 10 from there.
Punt is down at the 40
Now, and I'll tell you this, guys,
first and 10 with 2 minutes to go in the fourth.
We've got to work out some final details, but we are clear to broadcast from Crest next week, so we will be live at Crest.
That's good.
Perfect.
I'm sure,
be on the visitor side, so make sure you come and say hey to us.
Yeah. I'm sure the stands will be packed.
Yes.
Hey, it's a big night in Cleveland County. Remember, just
and we
down the road is be Burns and Shelby.
Yeah.
And they're playing at Burns. So Upper Cleveland is hosting all the big games next week.
There we go.
Yeah, we're just going down.
Victory formation.
Victory formation for the Mountaineers. Mountaineers will let the clock run. 2nd, 10. Mountaineers out of timeouts. Ashbrook does have 1. But I honestly don't know why they would use it.
They're not going to.
By the way, this is my wife's favorite play. Take a knee.
I love it.
She likes that in a quick kick.
Anytime you see the victory formation and it's your side, that's a good thing.
I can say this because she's not listening. I'm going to talk about her for a second. Does anybody else get in trouble if you use too many sports analogies in the house?
Yes.
Most definitely. What are you talking about now, right?
My wife always tells me she can't believe I can remember stats and people's names, but I can't remember my children's birthdays. That's awful. I said I was going. I don't.
Hey, you know she's giving you the eye right now.
Yeah,
right?
I know. She probably heard me say that. Yeah. See, she's shaking her head.
Yeah, she's like Craig.
She's actually in the press box with us.
What's going on now?
Well, we got a kid knocked down on the victory formation. The guy flew in there and knocked our guy down.
Next Friday night.
And they'll let the clock run out. We'll bring our team off the field. No need to start anything that we don't want to finish right now. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up this game, and we'll be out of here. Stay with us. KMHS Sports right here on YouTube. Stay with us.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Back here at live John Gamble Stadium, Mountaineers win 48-14. Wrap us up. What'd you think altogether? Are we ready? Are we ready to play the 10th game next week?
Oh yeah, like I said earlier, I think we played well in all 3 phases of the game. I think we're ready. I think this team is focused. No team is really. I don't think no game is too big for this team. They know how to really just lock in. Great senior leadership, and the coaches have them prepared. When we make mistakes, we know how to bounce back. So I think we'll be ready. I know Crest's going to be ready.
I think it's going to be good for us. It's going to be a good test. I agree with what you said. I think that we showed tonight that we can play a full game. Still got some things to clean up like we always do, because you're never going to play a perfect game. But I think the coaches had them really prepared, played well up front tonight on both sides of the ball. I'm very, very pleased. We're in a good position for next week.
Guys, we've got some more coming in. North Myrtle Beach. Thank you so much, Mr. Mumgardner, for watching from there.
Love it.
More from Illinois, and where else do I see? All over the place. Even from Cherryville. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Brad Moffitt, giving us a little shout out.
There we go, Dr. Brad.
Syracuse, New York.
Look at that. Who's in Syracuse?
My eyesight's not good. I can't see.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll wrap it up here. I miss Washington, D.C. also.
There we go. Nation's capital.
Dale Revere, he was outside. I don't know why he's watching us.
Yeah, really. Is that shout out from D.C.? Is that from Sleepy Joe?
That is from, I don't remember where I saw it at.
That's all right.
It's all right. I'll catch you next time. Make sure you tune us in. If you can't be at Crest, try to be at Crest. We want a real good turnout. But if you can't be, we should be here 6:30 like normal. We'll cover Kings Mountain and Crest as we wrap up the regular season. And then maybe towards the end of that game, we'll talk about some playoff action.
Yeah.
So we'll wait until then so we can talk about it. We should have a coaches show this coming week, but it may be virtual. I am flying out of town all the way to Kansas City.
Okay.
I will be there, but we'll be
When
flying
Jeff be
back.
Jeff will be back Saturday.
Saturday, okay, right.
So, and I will
safe
be back
travels with him.
Friday, flying in from Kansas City by way of Chicago, and I should be here at 11 o'clock.
Nice.
Should have time to set everything up, get everything
I mean, just
ready
in
to go
time
for
to get to
Friday
the game.
night. Yeah.
Can I put a plug in for more coaches, for Coach Lloyd to do more coaches impressions in the coaches show? I think that was the highlight.
I can't believe they did
I
that.
thought that was a good thing. I'm wanting to see him do I think he ought to do an impression and us try to determine who the coach is instead of telling him to impersonate.
Well, guys, for Craig Short, Lamont Littlejohn, I'm Drew Fulton. Thanks again to Coach Bell, Coach Adams for coming in. We'll try to get them back maybe in the postseason.
Most definitely.
And from John Gamble Stadium, I'm Drew Fulton. We'll see you next week. Y'all have a good weekend.
Good weekend.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,